All right, guys. We got some earnings dropping today. We got Roblox. I'm not really feeling the best. We got Fisker, FSR. Should release theirs pretty soon. All right, guys. So, yeah, we got Roblox earnings is today. Roblox earnings aren't until 8 market time. So, we still got it's 6:44 right now. We still got like an hour and 15 minutes before Roblox earnings. We got Powell speaking today at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time, 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. And so, yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. We're going to get a poll going live as well. Vote on the poll. Will Powell help or hurt the market? Vote on the poll. He does the opening remarks. And yeah, vote on that poll today. Disney earnings today also. Yeah, we got Disney AMC earnings this evening. We're going to cover both of those. We'll stream one of their earnings calls. I'm not sure which one yet. Yeah, I'm watching this. Do you think even Powell speak today will affect the market? Maybe. I think it might. Sorry, I'm watching this. All right. Good morning. Did you see this 780,000 put options and out of the money on the SPY Friday expiration? Maybe short squeeze coming. Maybe. What's up, Han? Oh, all right. But yeah, guys, we got Powell today. We got Roblox earnings. We got Fisker earnings. Oh, dude, I'm not really feeling that high. I'm feeling fine. Like my throat hurts, and I think it has purely to do with what I ate before bed last night. Like here in Texas, we have a barbecue place called Rudy's. This barbecue place is called Rudy's. It's pretty good barbecue for like a gas station barbecue. It's not really a gas station. They call it that for like marketing, but like it's really good barbecue. Like the brisket is really good. Anyways, anytime we're around there, we get it. And I ended up getting Rudy's a couple days ago and ate the leftovers like literally right before bed. Like I ate it and then I fell asleep. It's not even the brisket that gives me trouble. It's the beans, right? The beans super spicy. For me at least, I'm a spice wimp, I always say. And I ate it right before bed, and now, like, when I woke up this morning, my nose was stopped up and my throat hurt. So, I'm hoping it's just what I ate. I'm drinking a kombucha right now. We'll see if that makes me feel better. Cream corn's good for sure. Hey, what's up, Pawn? Yeah, Rudy's is good. He's usually hawkish. Yeah, I mean it depends. Chewy's is good, but it's not really barbecue, you know. Like Chewy's, I've been to Chewy's. It's all right. Like I'm not a big fan of Chewy's. I like Chewy's, don't get me wrong. Like I've eaten there a bunch, but it's I wouldn't really call it like great barbecue, you know. When I think about barbecue, I'm mostly talking about brisket, you know. And so that's what I go to Rudy's for is the brisket. Everything else is kind of mid, you know. Everything else is kind of mid grade. I was gonna say I wasn't trying to use young people slang. Like medium. Friday market closed. The market's not closed Friday. The bonds market, I believe, is closed. Hold on, let me see. Oh, the bond market was closed. What's this Friday? Veterans Day? Yeah, market's definitely not closed Friday. Last Friday wasn't closed either. Is the bond market? Not that I'm aware of. Yeah, so but yeah, the cream corn is good at Rudy's. Yeah, market's not closed. What's up, Yair? All right, guys. What are your thoughts on Rivian as their earnings report was good? Let me check it out. Again, I didn't really cover Rivian earnings. They gapped up really heavily from it. They're at 1850s right now. Let me check it again. I was busy basically all day, all evening. Um, I don't think we have any other economic reports dropping today. I'm pretty sure we just got Powell and earnings, and then tomorrow we got some stuff. Friday we got some stuff. Next week we got some stuff. But let me see. So Rivian earnings dropped yesterday. You said. So yeah, Rivian earnings came in at where'd it go? Hold on, let me pull this up. All right, so Rivian posted a smaller loss than expected. Still losing per share, but adjusted EPS of 119 beat the 132 estimates. Third quarter sales of 1.337 billion beat the 1.327 billion estimates. So slightly better than expected sales, better than expected EPS. They now said their electric commercial van is now available to more companies. They increased 23 production guidance to 54,000 units. That's really probably why they're going up. They cited progress experienced on production lines, um, ramp of in-house motor line and supply chain outlook. Rivian Automotive delivered 15,564 vehicles. They lifted fiscal year 23 production guidance. So yeah, that's really what's going on here is that their guidance is raised. I mean, they had better than expected stuff, but their guidance was raised. Rivian gap it up. How did it influence Tesla here? Here's Tesla. All right, Fisker should have just reported earnings. Let me see if they're out yet. They should have dropped theirs just now. Oh, Fisker adjusted the timing of release of the third quarter results. So they're actually not reporting today. They're going to report in 3 days. That's strange. But hey, all good. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna get some music playing. I'm definitely not watching jujitsu videos on my other monitor. I'm definitely not doing that. I would never, betray you guys like that and you know, passively watch jujitsu videos in the background, you know. Uh but that may be due to Powell today. Yeah, we'll see, man. Again, market is pretty sideways. Like when I check every day when I first wake up in the morning and I look at my phone, I always check like how much I'm up or down on the day in my equity portfolio. And um, in this one, I am it said 0.0, which shows me the market's really flat if my equities portfolio is not moving at all. Um, because I've got a decent amount of stocks in this portfolio. And so, all right. Yeah, Powell today, 9:15. Bad sign if they push back the numbers. Yeah, for Fisker. Yeah, so we just changed that. Who, Bob? What are you talking about? Yeah, Disney earnings today will be interesting. Oh, you're talking about you're probably talking to somebody else. Who's Charles? Angry Bob. Futures what? What's available? Oh, Charles Schwab. Okay, got you. My bad, dude. Yeah, I mean, I know TD Ameritrade was supposed to pivot to Schwab, but they haven't yet. I'm still in TD Ameritrade. So it's weird that my 401k portfolio dropped yesterday, even though the market closed green. No, it just means that you're whoever's investing it uh, got into some stuff that was down yesterday. I'm pretty sure I was green yesterday. I'll have to go back and check, but we're slightly green today. Apple's probably our best stock in this portfolio. You should make your own personal YouTube. You're funny. Funny how? You know? No, I'm just checking. Hey, what's up, Raphael? All my charting and indicators all switched over too. I'm thankful. Yeah, I mean, I just hope that as long as they don't mess with TOS. The other thing is like for this account, right? Like I've got like 50K in it, 40K, 50K, 60K, depending on what I'm doing at that moment in time. And I'll withdraw money in and out of it pretty easily and pretty regularly just so I can manage like just so I can manage stuff like usually if I get extra cash and I don't want to spend it, I'll just kind of throw it in either my savings account or I'll throw it in my stock portfolio so I can invest in more stuff. Just depends on what I want to do. And so as long as whichever platform TD Ameritrade switches to from as long as they allow me to transfer money easily, like, and they're quick with it, it doesn't wait, they don't make you wait like a week to see money, that I'm not going to notice much difference. You know, John, you ever consider doing a podcast? I have. Um, to be honest though, man, like if I'm being honest, like Pawn could do one with me, but I don't know if Pawn necessarily wants to do one with me. Right? There's a couple reasons I haven't done a podcast, and like I'll explain them. The first one is that the only podcasts that actually are going to do well are the only podcasts that are actually going to do well are in-person podcasts, like podcasts where the person is at home. So like distance podcasts are going to be much more difficult. Like if somebody else was in another state, just kind of zooming, conferencing it with me, I think it wouldn't do as well, right? So most of the podcasts I see that are successful online are ones where they're both in the same place, right? And at my everybody I met in person around me that's ever wanted to work with me business wise hasn't really been trustworthy. Like they're trying to do some weird stuff. Like they think I'm dumb, and like, you know what I mean? Like it's hard to explain, but they've tried to do some weird stuff, usually. And so in that regard, I just haven't really trusted anybody enough to like want to do a podcast with me here. Yeah. All previous levels that were drawn all there too. Yeah. Alberto, what's up, dude? All right, guys. So, hey, we got Powell today. Powell, Big Papa Powell. He's going live today. We asked people if we think he's going to help or hurt the market. We got about 100 votes already. 53% think he's going to help the market. 47% think he's going to hurt the market. I'm also going to get some music playing. I'm just going to mute this, I think, and watch it in the background. Yeah, freaking post-nasal drip, dude. Sucks. All right, so let me get some music going. All right. Amigo, wake Laura up. She doesn't want to go to work. Laura, wake up. Go to work. Get out of bed. Tú necesitas trabajar, mi amiga. Wake up. Go to work. All right, guys. I blew up the 50K, finished the 100K combine. I think it would be a little bit more comfy. Yeah, I mean, it's all personal preference there. Three to 5 micros away. Hey, good luck, dude. The market is overextended from yesterday. We are pulling back today. Maybe. Yeah, for sure, Pawn. The quality would be worse if we try to do it on Zoom calls. Like, I'd do it if you lived by me. I'd probably be willing to do it with you. But all the most successful podcasts you see online, they're all in person. Like the two people at least are in person. Zoom call just wouldn't work. I've had podcasts that started to do well, but again, it's so hard. Like, it's so hard to find like reliable people to do them with. You know what I mean? SPY might fill the gap at 440, then drop. Yeah, you can see the SPY just went red on the day, so it just dipped down under 437. Just went red. It was green, but it's pretty flat still. It's not really anything too crazy. All right, guys. So y'all can hear the music, right? You should be able to. Again, slap that like button if you haven't already. Let me make sure we're monetized. I'm pretty sure we are. And again, Powell at 9:15 today. Yeah, so he's gonna speak at 9:15 today. Gold fell a third straight session. Auto catalyst Palladium extended its retreat. I'm not really super up to date on what Palladium is. Somebody explain it to me like I'm a 7-year-old. Okay. Somebody explain it to me like I'm a 7-year-old. I've got the mind of a 7-year-old, you see. And somebody explain it to me like I'm a complete idiot, please. Okay. Actually, I'm just gonna look this up. Sorry. Palladium, platinum, rhodium, from a group of elements referred to as platinum groups. So it's not platinum, it's in the same family of metals as platinum, though. It's also more expensive per ounce than gold. It's more durable and harder than gold. Gold's not necessarily hard. You know what I mean? Like pure gold, you can take it and like bend it a little bit. Or like if you press really hard on it, you can like make an impact on pure gold. So it's not really gold's not really known for like its dexterity, I would say. I would say that's more along the lines of like diamonds and platinum, you know. Palladium is used in the fuel cells to power a host of things, including cars and buses. Okay, yeah, that's what they're used a lot. Catalytic reactions, jewelry, dental fillings. 1 gram of palladium. Is it palladium or palladium? Nah, I'm just gonna say whatever works. I mean, palladium per ounce, they're saying is $1,145. That's more than gold. Here's gold. Or that's less than gold. Hey, gold's way more than palladium. Okay, so palladium is why people steal your catalytic converter. I didn't know. Last time Powell spoke, his tone was somewhat dovish. I don't see after a few days it will change much today. Yeah, maybe. My guess, if it's more pricey. It's not more pricey than gold. Palladium per ounce is about $1,150. Gold per ounce is about $2,000. So gold's almost 100% more. Not quite 100%. It's like 80% more, but still. Fed will pause soon. We'll make the market go up, then pivot, then we'll crash the market. Maybe. Platinum? I don't know. No, you look at palladium prices. How much is 1 ounce of palladium worth? $1,139.50. Platinum might be more expensive than gold. Platinum per ounce, about $900, so it's less. What is it? Roblox 30s are scheduled for in 50 minutes from now, 52 minutes from now exactly. We'll get a timer up pretty soon. There's gold on the right. You can see Rivian bouncing at that 200 EMA level. See, this is where the internet's very confusing. So I say, hey, how much is 1 ounce of palladium? $1,094 they're saying right now. Anywhere between that and like $1,140. Type in the same thing for gold. How much is 1 ounce of gold worth? 1,972. But yet, if I type in which is more expensive, gold or palladium, palladium is. Somebody explain the internet to me, because yeah, we've got certain words you can't say. Yeah, I mean, that's why we're not on the gold standard anymore, Bob. That's exactly why. Yeah, we'll see what Powell does here, team. I just wrote squeeze for Rivian. Yeah, Rivian's bouncing up. It looks good. Again, gold dipping down a little bit today. Gold's been falling. SPY's still up there, but it's now dipping down. It's still above the 200 EMA VWAP level. Well, the gold standard means that inflation is not going to be there, Bob. You know what I mean? Like, that basically means that, like, we keep up with gold, and that combats inflation heavily, because gold outperforms inflation to a certain extent, right? And so that is why yeah, that's why people like the gold standard. And you know, that's also why we stopped making physical gold coins. Like, we stopped making, like, you know, a quarter was worth a quarter ounce of silver, right? And you know, you can use a lot of the other coins, silver dollar, you know, whatever you want to use, right? The equivalent amount of silver not quite a quarter ounce. It was a little bit less than a quarter ounce of silver. But point is, that's if it would have stayed that way, it would have kept up a lot with inflation, you know, because even if a quarter was worth less, you'd be able to melt the quarter for the equivalent amount of silver. You know, that's why they took us off that precious metal standard in money. Riot stays disappointing. Well, Riot's just moving with crypto, brother. So, like, Riot's just going to move with crypto, man. Like, whatever Bitcoin does, Riot's going to do. But, again, I've said it once. I'll say it again. Why invest? Why not just invest in Bitcoin yourself? Instead of investing in miners, why not just invest in Bitcoin? You know, I'm not a big Riot trader investor, but I would assume it might be easier to just invest in crypto instead of investing in mining companies that are in turn going to move with crypto prices. Yeah. All right, team. Yeah, dude, I ate that Rudy's before bed. Now my stomach is just in knots, bro. Just in knots. All right, guys. Hey, we got... All right. I'm pretty sure you're just sick. I don't feel sick. I feel fine outside of my nose being stopped up and my sore throat. Yeah, it's at 9:15. And so I feel fine outside of my sore throat and nose being stopped up, which basically means it's probably acid reflux. I understand why you might think I'm sick, because those are the like stereotypical like symptoms of being sick, right? But you have to understand, I have chronic acid reflux. And one thing that acid reflux does is that if I eat something that messes with my stomach before I go to bed, I get really bad acid reflux as I sleep. That clogs my nose, makes my nose and sinuses drain worse, which causes postnasal drip, right? So that's when I wake up, my throat hurts from it. I'm not actually sick, just the acid in my stomach closed up my sinuses and in turn made it so that the mucus dried in my throat and irritated my throat overnight. So like that's basically what's going on right now. I feel fine outside of that. Yeah, Roblox earnings are going to be in about 45 minutes. They're not dropping until 8 a.m. At least they're not scheduled to drop until 8 a.m. Yeah, I have a hiatal hernia as well. Sucks. You know, you can get the surgery for that, but it's such like a deep surgery. It's just not worth it. I don't think. I'd rather just deal with this. This only happens maybe like once every like couple months. So like it's not that big a deal. All right. All right, team. Spy Red. Look at Rivian rip up right now. Rivian up to almost $19 a share. When is Powell taking the market? 9:15 is when Powell, big boy Papa Powell, comes out. Hey, what's up, Scott? Yeah, we trade futures. Yeah, we still trade. All right, here's my portfolio. This is how you know the market is flat. You know the market's flat. In my portfolio, I'm up $6. You know, Rivian guys flying up right now. Is this influencing Tesla? Is my question. Let's see where Tesla's at. Yeah, Tesla's up. I mean, maybe it's helping it. Tesla all the way back up to 222s. That's good. Yeah, I got some kombucha that I'm drinking right now. You know, so I'm drinking kombucha, hoping that'll help me. I don't know. Just bought Rivian at 1850s. Hey, good luck, brother. Hope you make some money. Yeah, I've tried apple cider. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like the music today. Let me know if you like the music we're listening to. This one's all right. It's not as good as some of the other ones. The other ones are really good. All right, team, again. Disney earnings. Yeah, Disney earnings are going to be this evening. Try fermented garlic and honey. Yeah. Again, I'm drinking kombucha, which is fermented. It's also carbonated and fermented, so it helps. Is Tesla not coming back, do you think? I mean, Tesla's up a lot. It's at 225s, 223s right now. Looks strong. Rivian strength is definitely helping it. But these earnings are good for Rivian. You know, we'll see if they keep it up. Again, y'all slap that like button. We got about 300 people here. We got less than 50 likes. Come on now, do better. I'm not pressuring you to subscribe, but I'll hate you if you don't, okay? Do it right now. Try it one time. Might feel good. All right, guys. Again, we got Powell speaking twice this week. Next week, we got CPI. Look at Rivian, guys. Over 19 a share right now. Over 19 a share. I don't think we had any other big earnings. All right, so we got Warner Bros. Dropping today. They came in worse than expected for EPS, worse than expected for revenue for Warner Brothers. Under Armour came out better than expected for EPS, worse than expected for revenue. Ralph Lauren hasn't dropped yet. Those two are scheduled for 8 a.m. Fisker pushed back their earnings release until the 14th, 13th. Tesla breaking highs with Rivian all the way up at 19. Let's take a look at Tesla. Look at Tesla. Tesla up there at 223s right now. We also have Polestar that just dropped as well. I haven't really looked at Polestar, and I think Polestar is one of those really sketchy EV companies. They released earnings, but or they haven't released their earnings yet. They're late. They were supposed to release theirs at 7. It is now 7:20. We had EBGO release theirs. They did better than expected for EPS. I'm not sure what they did for revenue. A lot of EV plays today. Ralph Lauren, Biogen came out better than expected for EPS. I'm not sure what they did on rev. When's he speaking? 9:15. Hey, thank you, Johnny. Yeah, I've tried Prilosec. It doesn't really work that well, dude. But with acid reflux stuff, everything's different. Everybody's different. Market should open very strong and fade quickly. Yeah, I have prescription strength pantoprazole. Again, it doesn't really work that well. I'm not really a big fan of taking stuff like that. Oil's falling down a lot. I'd rather just deal with the acid reflux every now and then instead of artificially reduce the acid in my stomach, because the acid in your stomach is also necessary for certain things. But anyways, oil down a little bit today as well. Crude at 76.30s. I remember where they were. GGPI, yeah, Polestar. Yeah, the problem with most of these up-and-coming EV, yeah, I've seen some, Alyssa. But yeah, the problem with most of these up-and-coming EV brands is simple. They don't have the consumer base to succeed like they want to succeed, right? Like, I do the same thing, and I've said it probably, I would say at least 50 times by now. Same thing. But what I'm saying is, and you have to think about this argument, is that, and it's not all of them. I think Rivian's a little bit stronger than some of these other ones. And I've been saying that before this latest rip and before this earnings call. But with EVs, you have to think about traders, or you have to think about people outside of the stock market, you know? And so if you basically went up to somebody outside of the stock market and asked them what a Mullen was, they would have no idea. You ask them if you asked them what a Polestar was, they would have no idea. A large majority of them wouldn't. You know what I mean? You ask them about Lucid in KLA, they would have no idea, right? Now, some of those are business like vehicles. And so that's a little bit different audience. But the point still remains for a lot of these up-and-coming EV brands is that they simply do not have the interest that they need to sell enough cars as they want to sell to make them competitive with specifically Rivian, which does sell cars. I see Rivians in my area, as well as Tesla, obviously, right? They just don't have consumer base that they need for it. So it's going to be bad news for Mullen. Best case scenario for a lot of these companies is that they get bought out by one of the big boys like Rivian or Tesla, you know. But Polestar's probably going to fail. Mullen's probably going to fail. You know, Lucid is a little bit different market, but it's probably going to fail. What's the other one? NKLA is vans or 18-wheelers, so it's a little bit different. But the point remains, there's risks in these EV companies because not enough people know about them. Like, a lot of people are stock market people, so they think that, you know, everybody just wants to buy these things, and they just don't. Brand awareness? Well, yeah. AMC tonight will be fun. We'll cover it. I've seen Rivians here in my area straight. One of the dudes right down the street from me has one. So we got a Rivian literally right down the street. It's a Rivian truck. It looks like this. They're pretty cool, man. But what that shows me is that, like, people have them. And I've seen a couple of these driving in my area. It's not the same one too. This is what the dude has. It looks like this. So like that's what it has, and it looks like that, and it looks good, man. I'm not mad at it. You know, I'm not hating on it. All right, guys. Jerome Powell, 9:15 here. You guys ready? Let's get ready. Again, we are waiting 30 minutes before Roblox earnings start. Amazon getting pushed with Rivian. Yeah, Amazon had a big investment in Rivian. It was like billions. And so, but I think they actually sold their position. Let me look this up. I'm not 100% sure though. Does Amazon still hold Rivian? Okay, yeah, they still hold a stake. They completed 260 million deliveries with Rivian vans. So yeah, like Amazon's stake in Rivian is that. And again, I think Rivian has shown that it's competitive. Amazon has made about $1.8 billion in 8 trading days from Rivian. Yeah, but let's see where Rivian was at earlier in the year. Yeah, it didn't hold though. That's the problem. This was posted July. So yeah, I mean, Amazon lost most of that. Again, I think Rivian's still going to have some struggles too. I don't think Rivian's just in the clear, you know. All right, here's Q. Q up to 372 is basically really flat today. I think the whole market's just anticipating Powell and what he's going to say or do. You know what I mean? Market's not really super crazy. It's pretty flat today. Yeah, Rivian's definitely not profitable. They did better than expected. They posted earnings. That's why they're up right now. Is because they posted earnings. They did better than expected, but it's not quite what they need. Volvos are nice. Yeah, Volvos are reliable and they're safe. That's why people buy Volvos. They're reliable and they're safe. Yeah, I'm waiting here, guys. Again, Roblox 8 a.m. They're expecting 52-cent loss per share. I'll put this up on screen so you guys can check it out. Yeah, they're expecting 52-cent loss per share. Revenue of Roblox is at 8 a.m. Their Roblox is expecting revenue of 829.48 million. So we'll put the expectations up just so you can kind of see what we're looking at here. Roblox currently sitting at 36, man. See, I had that call option. I thought it would bounce back. Rivian loses 32,000 per truck sold. Do they really lose that much? I'm neutral on it. But how do they lose that much selling each truck? I don't understand. Why would you ever build trucks if you're losing what? What's the margin on it? What are they losing? 30%, 35% on those trucks? Because if the margin's that bad, how are they ever going to fix that? Yeah, I'm looking this up. Okay, the price for such a groundbreaking technology around $80K on average. At the same time, however, Rivian's cars are so costly to produce, the company itself is losing more than $30,000 on each one it sells, according to new reporting from the Wall Street Journal. Sean McLean. Yeah, so they're losing $30,000 each. $33,000 on every sale. Yeah, so they've lost so much money. Between 21 and 22, they burned through about $9 billion. They're going to have to raise more money. They're most likely going to lose money by 2025. So they sell the pickup currently starts at $73K and an SUV that starts at about $3,000 to $5,000 more. I just don't understand how you could lose that much per vehicle and still produce. Doesn't make sense. You know, it's one thing if you're losing 5K a vehicle. You could trim that off, raise prices, do whatever you got to do. I'm assuming what Rivian's doing is they're selling trucks cheap now, and then maybe they're going to raise prices in the future. But are they going to raise prices to over 100K to compensate for it? Because they need to bump it up to, what, 105K? Let me see how much a Rivian truck is now. Yeah, it's still the same price. And again, I get it, they're making them affordable, but I don't know. I mean, the stock is up right now because they lost less than expected, which is a good sign for Rivian, right? So, like, again, they ended up losing about 30 cents less than expected, I think, or something like that. But don't get it twisted. They are down big. You know, they were at $180 in 2021. They've since gone from $180 down to 11.60s at one point. They're at just under $20. Or no, they're under $20 now. And so don't get it twisted. They are down big, you know, over the last few years. You lose money until you can reach scale. If you can reach scale, yeah. Under Armour out and looks like it's up. Let's check out Under Armour. Yeah, so they gapped up. Under Armour's losing ground as a company though. Just less people use them, you know, than maybe like a year or two ago. Like Under Armour was big, but they're losing market share, I would say, market space. I'll get a timer up for Powell. Powell is at 9:15. It is now 7:33. Yeah, sorry guys. So it would be 12. I think it would be an hour and 42 minutes. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Boom. Hour and 42 minutes. Top 3 mathers in the world right now. Definitely top 3. TTD, the trade desk earnings. Yeah, I don't see trade desk earnings out right now. I'm looking though. All right, guys, so we got our timer up. My guess is IP and tech they're building. I'm guessing scale in other areas, maybe. All car companies hemorrhage money on early deliveries before scaling. Yeah, but how are they going to scale past this step? I mean, right? So, like, okay, so say they're going to scale past the step, but losing $30,000 a vehicle, how are they going to lose less than that per vehicle right now? Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to build more efficient production lines? Are they going to raise the price of their cars? Are they going, once they're more popular, are they going to, build some type of subscription base that compensates for the money they're losing? Like how do they scale past the $30,000 loss per vehicle in Rivian is my question, right? How do they scale past that? AMC dipping into earnings, down to 1050s. Yeah, for sure, Paul, 100%, dude. That's exactly right. I still wear Under Armour stuff, right? But they've lost market share for sure over the last few years. They're just not as hot as they were. Nike is going to be always around, but still believe in UA holding for 3 years. Just a man. Europeans dress much better than Americans. I mean, I think it depends on the standard, though. Like, it's always about the standard. Oh. Yeah, it really is all about that standard. Like, to put it, what I mean by that is, I haven't even had a sip of coffee today. What I mean by that is that, let me drink a sip. All right. Yeah, what I mean by that is that the cultures are different, in which the weather is also different, right? And those things do affect everything. So, like, the weather here is much more hot, much more humid, at least in the South, than someplace like England or someplace overseas in Europe. It's just much more warm here, and so with that, the styles change and evolve to fit those type of things over time. But to put it into perspective, I agree. No, it's not a closing statement. I'm not sure what he's going to say. Here's your clue: if high school kids are sporting it, it's a fad. In that regard, Lululemon is going to be a huge fad. High school kids are now wearing like baggy pants and JNCOs. So like high school kids are wearing like baggy pants and JNCOs. They look ridiculous, just like everybody looked ridiculous in the 90s. Yeah, oil is dropping right now. Yeah, oil is flushing down. CL down to 76. I don't know what Disney does today. Kathy is buying Roku. What is your view? I don't like Roku. Roku had good earnings a couple days ago. I still don't trust it. Because again, a weekly chart looks really, really rough. Roku used to be almost $500 a share. It's now at $83. So I just don't trust Roku. Well, UAA is Class A. UA is Class C. They have different voting rights. So yeah, they just have different voting rights. They're both basically doing the same thing. Hey, what's up, Wesley? Yeah, dude. Honestly, again, the kids walk around wearing JNCOs now. not Jinkos, but they walk around wearing super baggy pants. Like, not like I grew up as like a skateboarder in Louisiana, you know? So like I wore baggy pants. I can't really say too much. But there's a different level of baggy that goes back to like the 90s and Jinkos. You know what I mean? That are just ridiculous looking. They're just too much, right? Baggy's fine. Too baggy looks ridiculous. And now the kids are going too baggy. Everybody wants to be in the 90s, right? Everybody's trying to emulate the 90s. Like definitely young people now are just kind of living like they're in the 90s. Fist, I'm not sure about Xmas stocks. Usually we'll get a Santa rally. Retail does okay during the holidays, but it's never a given for sure thing. All right, guys. Hey, we got 20 minutes before Roblox earnings. 20 minutes. They're scheduled to release at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Yeah, I don't even dress like that anymore. Most of the time, like I wear a t-shirt and like normal, like what I would used to call skinny jeans. I don't wear like skinny jeans. I just wear normal jeans now. You know what I mean? And like normal shoes. I don't even wear sneakers anymore. I'm almost 40. You know what I mean? No, I'm not almost 40. I'm 35 or 34. But gonna be 35 soon. But so I'm just getting too old to wear. I mean, I'll wear sneakers sometimes to the gym, but I'm not buying the newest sneakers either right now. Yeah. I like New Balance. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm not sure if you're really serious. 89. He said jeans are childish. Adults should wear only custom tailored trousers. I mean, again, I can't tell if you're being serious or not. But I guess what you have to understand is that everything's not how you look. Like in the US, we focus on comfort. Like we just want to be comfortable most of the time. You know, we don't need to impress everybody going out, you know, like wearing fancy clothes all the time. That sounds really uncomfortable and just really stressful to live, you know? And so in that regard, it's better to just kind of be comfortable. I'd rather just be comfortable. I don't care about any of that stuff. DC shoes. I had some DC shoes. Yeah. I most of the time wear t-shirts and jeans. T-shirts and sweat shorts. Anyways, guys, we got 15 minutes before Roblox earnings. If we pull up Roblox here and look at it, Roblox up to $36. $36 a share. Basically for Roblox. I had that $30 call option. I should have freaking took more. Yeah, I mean, what I will tell you is this. This is the last thing I'm going to say about like fashion. You know, people with actual money, like real money, like truly wealthy people usually walk around in t-shirts and shorts. Okay. Now, to somebody that's not like that, you might not understand why, but it makes sense if you think about it. Okay. Because, to somebody that doesn't really understand or doesn't really have it like that, they might think that, oh, well, if you're wealthy, you got to wear like diamonds and jewels and suits and fancy clothes and custom tailored, clothes and all this stuff, right? And I understand that logic. That's the stereotype, right? But people that are truly wealthy, they don't want to be a target. They don't want to stick out at all. They're going to be as mild and easygoing with their clothes as they want because they don't want to be targeted. You know what I mean? That's the reality of it more than anything else, is that usually the brightest person in the room is the weakest person. And again, there's a very famous quote, and it goes, riches yell, wealth whispers. And it's true. Like people with actual money don't want to be a target. They're not trying to flex super hard, trying to show off everything. You know what I mean? Because that will make them targeted, and they don't want that. All right, guys. Hey, we got 14 minutes until earnings come out. 14 minutes. Trousers in England or overseas just means pants, right? Like here they mean underwear, but overseas they mean pants. Different slang, or not different slang, different word usage. All right, team. Hey, Roblox is again dropping earnings. Powell speaking at 9:15 today. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully he says some optimistic, bullish things, but who knows what he's going to say. Will Powell help or hurt the market? Let me know in chat right now. Put help or hurt in chat right now if you think he's going to help or hurt the market. Let me know what you think. Fear in the markets. Again, Powell drops in an hour and a half. What's up? Good morning. Hurt? You think he's going to hurt the market? Hurt. So we got two hurts. Hurt. So mostly got hurts. Hurt. Risk is to the downside. Yeah, I don't think that's true, Ethan. I don't think he still eats a burger from McDonald's every day and drinks Coke every morning. What I think he's promoting stock holdings that he has in companies that he's done a lot of investing in over time. I think he's a very smart marketing guy. And so anytime he's got a camera in front of him, he goes to McDonald's and says, hey, I go to McDonald's every day. Look at me. I'm 90 years old. Hey, I drink Coca-Cola every day. Look at me. I think that's what he's doing. He's promoting his holdings. That's what Buffett's doing. I don't think he's actually doing it. Definitely not right now. You have any dividend stocks for your long term? Yeah, I got some stuff. We got, I got a bunch of stocks. Some of them pay divvies, some don't. Yeah, Powell's talking Thursday afternoon as well. And again, number one, I'm gonna say this: 89. Like, it's all good, bro. We could agree to disagree. The truth is actually much more nuanced than that. Sure, certain people dress like that, absolutely, but I would say a majority of people with wealth don't. And I would say maybe you have you have like sectors of like socialites might dress that way. Certain like high society, like more snobby people might dress that way. But I would say most of the time they don't, and that's just a TV show. Um, it depends on what they're doing. If they're doing a business meeting, sure, right? If they're doing a business meeting, of course. Yeah. But if they're at home, it depends. Hurt. 99% of people I know that drive expensive cars. Yeah. I think he really eats bad. He literally said in an interview, I'd rather eat how I want, even if it takes a year or two off my life. Powell is speaking today. He's not wanting to hurt it, but he's going to hurt it until it breaks and then pivots. Maybe, Jeremy. We'll see. It's all preference. Yeah, you're probably right, Hustle. But I think once you make a certain amount of money, it's not about fashion. It's more about like protecting your wealth. And I think in that regard, a lot of them dress really, really mild because they don't want to be targeted when they go out. You know what I mean? But again, what you're saying is true, is that it's certainly more nuanced than that, and certain people do dress like that and other people don't, and it's all good either way. It's all preference, like you said. I agree. Yeah, I saw Becoming Warren Buffett, Cal. Again, all right, so Roblox numbers drop in 8 minutes. Again, I think he was also subtly promoting his holdings. If you look at, does Warren Buffett own McDonald's stock? Yes. Berkshire holds 4.3% stake. I'm not saying that's why he's going to McDonald's when cameras are out, but it might be. Same thing with Coca-Cola. He's always been a big Coca-Cola investor, right? So him saying, "Oh, I go to McDonald's and I eat a Coke every day," it's just kind of like, I'm not saying he doesn't eat terribly. He might eat bad, but again, I also think it's subtle marketing. For sure. Is today's speech important? I mean, define important. Yeah, so Powell again is speaking today on the Division of Research and Statistics Centennial Conference in Washington at 9:15. Do you think high growth stocks, the Magnificent Seven, will continue higher, or will undervalued dividend type stocks start to outperform? I mean, I think over a long run they're going to continue higher, but short term anything could happen with divvy stocks. I don't know. It depends on what earnings do, Raul. While some European countries just reported deflation, Germany CPI 0, Euro soon cut will stimulate U.S. market inflows from Europe and international investors. Yeah, for sure. Hopefully inflation continues to go down. Next week we got CPI coming out, and that's a big thing too. AMC earnings, Disney earnings today should be fun to watch. All right, guys. Hey, we got Big Papa Powell. We got Roblox in 5 minutes. Massive bull trap. Don't get rugged. I believe the next Fed meeting in December is going to hike rates and market will drop. I don't think they're going to hike rates in December. I could look. We could look to see the odds of that. I'm pretty sure they're going to. Again, I think inflation's gotten better. The problem with people saying the market's going to rug pull everybody is like what happens is like people make this prediction. They'll be like, yo, the market's going to crash. A rug pull is going to happen. Get out now, sell now. The Fed's going to tank the market. CPI is going to come in hot or whatever. And then CPI comes in good. And then the FOMC meeting doesn't tank the market like that in any significant way, at least. And then they move to the next one. They say, oh, well, the next Fed meeting, we're going to raise rates. We're going to tank the market. The next CPI report is going to come in hot. And then it doesn't, right? And so they just kind of keep pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back. And maybe eventually we crash. Maybe we fail. Right now, it's still a pretty high probability that we're going to pause rates again, that we're not going to raise rates again. If you look at the Fed Watch tool here, we can even refresh this so that we get the newest and best. But if you look at the CME Watch tool, well, what did I just do? Yeah, it still says the same thing. So under 10% of people think we're going to raise rates 25 basis points. A large majority of people think we're going to pause or skip. And these are analysts as well. So it's pretty probable that we pause or skip this next cycle. It's pretty probable. The next one's mid-December. I think it's early December. So we'll see. Plug Power earnings tomorrow. Yeah, Plug's not that big of a company. What I'll tell you is this steady is that we're almost certainly not going to raise rates in December. Again, you have to look at what's expected, and it really is important. Again, I've said this every major FOMC meeting, we get a bunch of contrarian predictors. They basically tell everybody that the market is going to crash or fall, or that the Fed is going to go outside of expectations and raise rates when most people are expecting a pause. Almost every time they're wrong, and it's something that you see very, very often over and over and over again for these Fed meetings. Something that I see, streaming. We cover all these major economic, reports, including FOMC meetings. We stream it live. We have thousands of people here watching them. And so, yeah, this is kind of one of those things that a lot of people get wrong, and I always try to help people. And I'm not saying shocks to the system don't happen where we go outside of expectations. It's just so rare. I wouldn't put money on it. I would understand the probabilities, which is that we're almost certainly not going to raise rates. You know what I mean? All right, guys. Again, Q back green on the day. Roblox, we're still waiting here. We got 2 minutes, team. All right, guys. We got Powell speaking. Raising rates for sure. You guys know me and how I feel about definitive statements. It's almost certain we're not going to raise rates. I'll make a bet with you guys on whether we raise rates or not. Who wants to take the bet? What do you think the terms of the bet should be? No money involved. I'm not betting money, of course. Like, we're just kind of having a fun bet. Roblox is out in 2 minutes, a minute and a half, really about a minute now. No, I know for Sahir, I know for this is not him making a rate decision. I understand that. I'm talking about December. So yes, this is not a rate decision. This is just a speech, or technically this is opening remarks. So yeah, this is not a rate decision. This is just a speech, Deal. Yeah, I'll do 2 mustard shots, and I hate mustard. I'll take 2 big spoonfuls of mustard if I'm wrong about this live on stream, and everybody can make fun of me while I do it in December on FOMC day. If I'm wrong and the Fed raises rates in December, if the Fed does anything outside of a pause, I will take 2 very large mustard spoons, and I freaking hate mustard, dude. I hate mustard with a passion. Or I could wear a clown nose. Either one. All right, maybe we could do one. I'll do both of those. I'll wear a clown nose and take 2 mustard spoons if I'm wrong. Ugh, I hate mustard. I don't even want to talk about it right now. All right, guys, Roblox looks to be out. There's 8 a.m. Roblox is out. Roblox gapping up originally, then turning fast to the downside here for Roblox. Roblox posted a third quarter loss per share of 45 cents. They expected 52 cents, so a smaller loss than expected for Roblox. They also posted revenue of 713 million. They expected 829 million. Way lower than expected revenue here. They expected 830, basically 829 and a half. They ended up posting 713. So way lower than expected third quarter revenue. They posted a third quarter loss of 277.2 million. But worse than expected here for revenue. That's a big revenue miss. But hey, look at Roblox rip up here. Roblox almost up to $38 a share. $38 a share. We'll put these numbers up in chat. But again, we'll put them up in chat. Roblox, honestly, surprising. Big revenue miss. Right, what were they expected versus 829.4? They're ripping up though, man. Wow, look at Roblox fly up. They posted a good booking, so it looks like. Oh wait, so 45-cent loss per share. So they actually lost much more than expected here. Or no, 52-cent loss expected. Okay, so they did better there actually. All right. All right, Ralph Lauren also dropped as well. Again, guys, we got Big Papa Powell. Third quarter bookings came in at 839.5. Engagement hours came in good too. That's what Roblox is doing. That's why they're up. We're going to post this to Twitter. All right, guys. Hey, we got Big Papa Jerome Powell here, team. We got Big Papa Jerome Powell. All right, guys. Big Papa Jerome Powell here. All right, team. Again, Powell speaking soon. All right, so again, Powell at 9:15. 9:15. Roblox is out with their numbers, but we got Powell speaking today. It's a big speech. Let's do this. You guys ready? All right, team. Again, look at Roblox flying up. Get ready here, guys. We got an hour and 20 minutes. Again, Big Papa Powell speech. All right, look at Roblox hitting $40 a share. The Q's going up. We had Ralph Lauren also release numbers. All right, team. Let's see what we got here. What else we have, team? Again. All right, Big Papa Powell. Speak soon. We got almost 600 people here. We still got over an hour. Look at Roblox rip, though, team. ADP. Again, we also had Ralph Lauren drop their numbers. I'll put those numbers up in chat right here. My problem with the Fed is that anybody can do just what's expected, but not many can do what's needed. It just shows me he's just as confused as anyone, and he's hoping things calm down. Yeah, but Hustle, what do you think is the right move there? Like, genuine question. What do you think is the right move? There's Ralph Lauren. Yeah, hours engaged. Third consecutive day with strength in pre-market. Yeah, we posted what Roblox showed up here. Yeah, we posted it to our Twitter too. Here is Roblox numbers right here. All right, so here's the Roblox numbers. We'll put them up on the banner. And then Powell again speaks soon. Yeah, there's Roblox's numbers here. Roblox over $40 a share. Q basically fought all the way back up. Now we're nicely green in a couple different things. AMC green, Apple green today. We are green in Tesla pretty nicely. My biggest loss right now is in Etsy. It's less than $100 on my portfolio. That's nice. Everything else is pretty green. And Etsy's starting to bounce back. My average price at Etsy, dude, man, Etsy has dropped massively though this year. Etsy's the worst trade I got into. Luckily, I've lost less than $100. My average price in Etsy is $83. Is at 64 right now. So we're down pretty big in Etsy. No, we're not down big. We're down big percentages, like less than $100 in actual money, though. So that's good. We got 5 shares. But like, man, dude, what happened to Etsy? I guess Etsy is just becoming less popular over time. Fed says soft landing, but people don't understand. It'll be a pretty bad. Yeah, but here's the thing, right? This is what a lot of people don't understand. Okay, like this is something that you guys have to understand as well regarding the regarding rate hikes and like what the Fed does here. Okay, so understand this about rate hikes specifically is that rate hikes have a lag. It takes about a year for them to hit. So again, it takes about a year for rate hikes to have effects on the economy, you know. And so in that regard, It takes about a year. In that regard, it's really important for people to understand how rate hikes affect the market, which is that they affect banks. They make banks struggle. Rate hikes affect banks. And again, a lot of people are going to be like, screw the banks. And I'm with you. But the banks trickle into everything else, And so what happens is that it takes about a year for them to hit. If we look at the graph of like rate hikes and what they have looked like recently, if we look at the graph on rate hikes and kind of how they have been, it really is kind of we've raised rates a lot over the last year. A year ago we were raising rates aggressively, and so we're going to start to see the effects of those rate hikes soon. And again, it's something in which we can't just continue to raise rates over and over and over again, especially if we're seeing slowdowns in inflation, which is the goal, right? And we have seen slowdowns in inflation. CPI has been consistently slowing down. PCE has been consistently slowing down. All that's like the major inflation metrics have been getting better. And so in that regard, the Fed, I'm sure, is kind of like, hey, I don't want to just keep raising rates and crash the market. Despite what anybody else wants, they're going to try to take a slow and steady approach. And I understand that aspect of it. Again, I'm not saying I agree with it, but I definitely understand it. The next GTA trailer is going to go live in December. It's been so long. All right, guys. Hey. Ohio has voted to legalize the possession and sale of cannabis. Good. Anybody that's against cannabis is not really looking at the argument objectively, I think. All right, guys. Hey, we still got over an hour until Powell here. But again, we're going to stream the full thing live like we always do. Slap that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe, team. Year rates still falling, and that's the key to the market rise. Etsy used to advertise a lot. I don't know if they still do, but I haven't seen any ad from them in a long time. Yeah, for sure. They're definitely slowing down. Fed says soft landing, but people don't understand it'll be a pretty bad recession, almost Great Depression. Yeah, when the rate hikes start to affect, for sure. Problem with Etsy is becoming Facebook. Yeah. Yeah, the problem with Etsy is like, the problem with Etsy is like most online mail order platforms, right? The problem with Etsy is that you need a lot of reviews to get sales. The people who really have a lot usually fake their views, so they usually got fake reviews and sent themselves a bunch of fake reviews, and then use that as kind of a catapult into, making actual good sales. And again, it's just oversaturated. Again, I know a lot of friends that do Amazon FBA, but the problem with Amazon FBA is simple, is that it's so saturated, and people make more money being a mentor or a guru on how to do Amazon FBA than they do from actually selling on Amazon FBA. And the margins are not good, man. The margins are not necessarily great. And a lot of people don't understand it. And a lot of people that are just desperate to make money and desperate to have their own business or whatever it is, they get involved with it, but they don't really understand what it means, and kind of like, they don't really understand what it means and like what the business is really going to be like. Again, products change, interests change, margins are not that good. If you go on a website like Flippa.com, which is like selling online businesses, you can look at the margins. Like, people are trying to sell Amazon FBA businesses, and you can see like what they have to spend to make. A lot of the time they got to spend like $10K to make like $1,000. And so it's a 10% margin. Not very good, in mail order stuff that can really get affected quickly. You're spending 10K, you're spending 10K. What's to say sales don't dry up? You're sitting on a bunch of inventory. It's just a very risky business endeavor that's not going to be reliable long term. All right, guys, we got 630 people here. Trade Bumble pre-earnings. Again, are you guys ready for this? Today feels like a flat day. It might be flat until Powell speaks. We'll see. So yeah, it might be flat until Powell speaks, and Powell speaks soon. Hey, you're welcome, American. You're welcome, dude. Should be 630 likes. Hey, he's speaking in it. There might be a timer, American. There might be a timer in the top left. There could be. I'm not saying there is one, but there might be. There also might be, a specific title that specifies what time Powell speaks. I'm not saying there is, okay, but you possibly could read the title and read what time he speaks, as well as look at the timer in the top left counting down with a big square box timer. The average new mortgage payment is 52% higher than the average apartment rent. Oof. What are bonds doing right now? $20 years ripping. Bro, these scammers on Twitter are freaking ridiculous, bro. Like, they make themselves seem so real. And it's like, dude, like, they literally just... If you see any daily live Forex market analyst, stock investment, crypto nonsense with online support 24/7, they are going to steal your money. They're going to steal your money. Okay? Like, if you ever go to a channel called Catfished. All right? It's actually super interesting. All right? Because... if you've ever seen those bot comments trying to scam people, they're like, hey, I was really struggling to make money in the crypto market until I met Bill. Bill showed me that you can make $7,326.87.5 in 3 days using his amazing crypto strategy. Kindly go here. Like, listen, if you fall for this, number one, never trade again. If you fall for this, get off the internet, because you are just primed to be scammed. Okay. Number two is that if you ever wonder where they send you on places like this, like a lot of the time, there's a YouTube channel called Catfished, right? And it's mostly covering older people who got catfished. A lot of them think they got catfished. Like, a lot of them thought they were in like a real relationship, like this 70-year-old biker chick or the 65-year-old biker chick thinks she's in a relationship with Johnny Depp, but he needs her to send him gift cards, you know what I mean? Because, like, he wants to test their love. But some of them are financial gurus, right? Some of them are financial gurus, and bro, they will send people there and they will literally act like they had one guy who fell in love with the analyst, you know, because she was like, hey, you're cute, what's up? And then he's all like flattered because some pretty girl on the internet's giving him attention. And so he's like, yeah. And then she's like, yeah, you know, your $1,000, dude, is now worth $40,000. You know, we helped turn that $1,000 into $40,000. There's no actual proof. She just kind of tells him that. And so he's like, oh, I'm rich. Do you want to move in with me? And she's like, yeah, but I need money. And he's like, okay, let me send you another 5K, you know? And he's like, well, why don't you just take 5K of my 40? And she's like, no, you have to pay taxes first. Send me another 5K. And then they just milk it until these people owe them, like, until these people end up sending these random scammers that are probably dudes, realistically, tens of thousands, if not more. And I feel terrible about it. But at the same time, like, what are these people thinking? Like, you got to be, never mind. Super interesting, though. I recommend everybody goes and watch that. Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? You ready? Love you, buddy. Love you too. All right, bud. Hey. Sorry, I'm over here talking about kids. My kids are going to school. But yeah. Yeah, honestly, again, I think if you get scammed by these people, it really is kind of like an IQ test. You know, it's either an IQ test or it's like an age test, because I think some people that are older aren't dumb. I think they're just old and they don't understand how deep the scammers will go, you know? And they also don't understand, like, they don't understand how much money is, like, how much our money is worth in other countries. And so it's like, $400 might not be that much money here. Like $400 a month might not be that much money here. But if you put that in like India or like Africa or other places overseas, $400 is a lot, you know? Like, watch, what's the average monthly income in India? All right, so let's see what this is. Yeah, so the average monthly salary in India is $387, right? So like that's like somebody's salary for the month over there, you know? And that's what a lot of the scammers don't realize. Oil's starting to bounce back. So look, oil's starting to bounce back. Roblox, let's see if it holds. It tapped $40. It's trying to hold. Here's oil. Oil starting to bounce back a little bit, at least crude. The Q is still technically green on the day. John, did you see that whatever stock that last quarter, but it's being shorted into oblivion? Yeah, I mean, how do you know it's legit, Luke? I guess is the question, brother. How do you know it's legit? Let me see, TGTX. What is this? TG Therapeutics, $10 stock. Terrible daily chart. I mean, this doesn't seem like it's like a terrible penny stock, but it also doesn't seem like it's reliable at all. You know, what's the market cap? Let me check out the market cap for you here. Again, it doesn't look like it's like the worst stock ever, but it also doesn't look like it's okay. Hey, thanks, Pawn. Okay, gotcha. Sorry, so yeah, TGTX. So it doesn't look like a horrible company, but it also doesn't look reliable at all. It's got a market cap of 1.64 billion. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not like tiny. Where like if you look at like what's a terrible penny stock, guys? Give me a terrible penny stock. List some. What's your most hated penny stock? What's your most hated penny stock? Yeah, like SOS has a market cap of 25 million, right? So it's not like on that level, but it's certainly not reliable. And again, it looks like it's a biotech company. And so, Luke, I would just be careful with biotech, brother. I would just be very careful. The problem with biotech is that, you know, people get all hyped up about the news coming out and like all these great things and all these different things, right? And then, you know, like they get all hyped up. They're like, yeah, you know, this company's going to go crazy. It's going to cure cancer or whatever they say. And then they do trial results and it fails, right? And they do trial results and it comes in under, you know, it comes in worse than expected, and that just destroys the entire stock. All the money invested into it just disappears in one specific day because of bad trial results. And so in that regard, these biotech companies or these therapeutics companies at that can just be incredibly risky. You know, the marketing out there is very persuasive too, because again, like if you really think about it, Apple doesn't have to like make you feel all warm and fuzzy to buy the stock, right? Like Amazon doesn't have to put out super persuasive marketing to get you to use it. You know, the companies that are struggling the most will have the most positive marketing out there because they have to, because if not, they're going to fail, right? And so in that regard, some of these marketing efforts can be incredibly persuasive and trick people into thinking that these companies are Amazon or Netflix or the next Google or whatever it is, and then they drop 80% in a year. You know, so just be careful, be smart. You know, good luck. I hope you make money. No, the opening bell's not in 2 minutes. Fares. Daylight savings time happened. So yeah, the opening is in about an hour. Yeah, we're gonna stream the full speech. All right, so NASDAQ has traded green for 8 consecutive trading days, the longest winning streak in 2 years. You know, best crash ever, guys. Where's Ramsey at? Best stock market crash I've ever seen in the world. You know, cheers to this market crash that we got over the last week. This is Baymax as a mug. If you don't know who this is Baymax. Again, if you don't know who that is, get cultured. Okay, get cultured. All right, team. Look at Tesla dip all the way under the previous closing price. So Tesla's starting to fall. There's the 8:30 time frame. I don't think we had any economic data coming out at 8:30 today. Let me make sure though. If we did, I'm late. Sorry guys. We had nothing. We got wholesale inventories at 10, but not really that big. Tomorrow we got jobless claims and Powell again, and then we got Harker at 9 p.m. And then on Friday we got consumer sentiment. Next week we got CPI, PPI, federal budget on Monday at 2. Retail sales Wednesday, Thursday jobless claims, import exports, Philly Fed index, home builder confidence data, capacity utilization, and then housing starts on Friday. So a lot of stuff going on right now, team. A lot of stuff going on. We got almost 700 people here. Again, smack the like button. Let's get over 200 likes if we can. Keep doing this. I always know I can come to your channel when an event or speech goes live. Don't stop doing this. I'm not, brother. I got you, man. Don't worry. Again, that's what my channel is about. Like my other streams do okay, but like my economic streams are what grow the channel for sure. Appreciate the love. Thanks so much. Glad I'm providing value is what I'm happy about. And again, we're going to get ready to day trade some today as well. We're not just going to sit here. So we're going to probably day trade some also. Again, yesterday you saw we're trying to get funded on, been using Topstep X, trying to get funded on it. And we made a little bit of money first day. I thought we made some money. There's got to be a way. See, why is the account? Do I have to switch? I'll have to go back and figure out how to use. All right. Maybe I used the wrong account yesterday. I don't know. I thought I made money. Anyways. Let me get Coin Tower set up too. Yeah, so again, Powell speaks at 9:15. We got 45 minutes, a little bit less than that. Again, we're going to stream it live. Make sure you hit the live button next to the play button. Again, make sure you slap that subscribe button if you haven't already, guys. We appreciate the love. Hey, yeah, thanks for the likes, guys. Here's Dilemma. Should I, or is it okay to be annoyed that I can hear? Yeah, but this is Topstep X, so it's their new platform. So I'll have to. Again, it's early on the. It's still early using the platform, so it's all good. In your opinion, what are some good stocks to do day trading in the $50 to $100 price range? $50 to $100. AMD, but AMD's a little bit over that now. Yeah, I mean, there's some volatile stocks, but I'll have to go back and look. I don't really trade stocks that cheap when I day trade stocks. I very rarely do, at least. You know, so here, bear with me 1 second, guys. We're getting our accounts pulled up. Make sure this is the right one. And again, guys, we got 45 minutes. right, let me make sure. What? Now I'm confused. All right, let me fix this. Where did the accounts go? That's weird, man. Sorry. Running into some issues with Quant Tower. Okay. There's that. There's this. Yeah, I don't know what I'll have to do here. It's all good. All right, guys. Hey, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll put these charts up while we're figuring this out. Q dipping down a little bit. Tesla. All right, guys. Again, Powell speaks in 40 minutes, guys. 40 minutes. The big man speaks. We'll see if we get anything good today. (9:15 a.m.) All right, guys. Again, Powell speaks. Hit that like button. We got over 100 likes. I appreciate the love. Thanks so much. We're going to post this on Twitter as well. Vote on the poll. We asked people, will Powell help or hurt the market? We got almost 900 votes. Almost 900 votes. Most people saying that Powell. That's what they're saying. Bullish or bearish? Market response. That's what we're going to do on Twitter. Bullish, bearish. Let's make it 2 hours. There we go. All right, looking at our YouTube polls here. Again, 49% think it's going to help the market. 51% think it's going to hurt the market. And so again, we'll see. Yeah, I'm funded right now in multiple different accounts, Luke. Again, guys, we still got 36 minutes before Powell. 36 minutes. Yeah, you could have multiple accounts funded. You could have up to 3, I think. Again, we got some votes already. 100% think are bearish. All right, so Occidental Petroleum also dropped yesterday. So oil. So how did Occidental Petroleum do? It didn't mix, but oil's been down a lot. You guys got to remind me to switch my headphones out, which I might switch them out now. Hey, thanks so much for the Twitter follows. Thanks, team, so much. I appreciate it. All right, so 62.5% of people are bullish on Twitter. 37.5% of people are bearish. Looking at a YouTube poll, 51% think it's going to hurt the market. 49% think it's going to help the market. Why do you have multiple accounts with Topstep? Because I can. You know, I have multiple funded accounts as well as like some combine accounts also. No, they're the same size, most of them. I got 150,000 combine that I'm working on, but most my sizing tells like my TOS account's got 50K in it, right? And I'm very used to trading that, and I have for years. And so when I did the funded account programs on Topstep, I tried to mirror that as closely as I could, right? And so that's why most of my funded accounts are 50K. Do you know if Topstep allows the 3 accounts to be 150K? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can have all 3 at that if you want. No, mine are express funded accounts. But again, like you guys know me, I'm not claiming to be like some day trading guru. I don't again, I'm pretty sure if I really wanted to, I could, really spend all my time trying to get that funded. But I usually diversify into what I trade. But I love Topstep. Topstep's dope, man. Topstep's really useful. But I don't really need the funding because I'm already, like I said, my TOS account's got 50K in it. I still think Topstep's incredibly useful and beneficial for traders. But yeah. And again, if you want to check them out, again, what they do is they give you a demo. They test your skill. If you can hit the target on the demo without hitting the max loss, they fund you between 50 to 150K with a 90% split in futures. And in futures, you can day trade the S&P, you can day trade the NASDAQ, day trade currencies, gold, all that stuff. Patterns are very similar to stocks and blue chip stocks, at least, but there's no PDT rule. And these funded account programs test your skill. The base one's $49, very limited risk. If you lose, it's not the end of the world. If you're good enough to pass it, you get a 90% split. And they pay out millions every year, fund thousands of traders a year. They are a sponsor of mine, and so I'm definitely biased, of course. But if you want to check them out, here's the link. Is Powell speaking to school teachers again? No, Powell is speaking today on, the Federal Reserve is holding a conference today. It's celebrating the centennial of the Division of Research and Statistics, which was created in 1923 when the Division of Analysis and Research was consolidated with the Division of Statistics. The R&S division has long been responsible for providing key support to the board and the FOMC on a broad range of economic and financial matters. It also produces some of the board's surveys and statistical releases, including the Survey of Consumer Finances and the Financial Accounts of the U.S. and the Index of Industrial Production Numbers. And so, yeah. Powell's going to be speaking this morning. And then Powell also speaks again tomorrow, guys. So Powell speaks again tomorrow. Busy week with Powell, which I'm actually glad because outside of this, it would probably be a pretty slow week. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Social, no, it doesn't really matter either way, bro. Platforms are subjective, preferences. All right, guys. Hey, we still got 30 plus minutes here until this report. 30 plus minutes. Hopefully, we get some good stuff today. We'll see. All right, so what is UPST? UPST gapping down big here. What about Upwork? Upwork's up a lot. What else we got? Yeah, this isn't necessarily an FOMC meeting. It's just a Fed speech. Yeah, but I mean, social. Like I said, dude, it's such a subjective thing, man. Like you might dislike TOS and love Trading View, just like somebody might like chocolate cake, but but hate, strawberry cake. Like it's a preference, man. It's not like one is like factually better than the other. It's just a preference, man. And so arguing about that in chat, it's just kind of a waste of time, brother. It's just a waste of time. I could say chocolate cake is better, and you might say, nah, but is that really something to argue about? No. All right, guys. Hey, Tesla moving up. We got 30 minutes, team. 30 minutes. Q still at 320, 372 50s. I'm bearish. I might change my mind. Hey, maybe we are bearish today. I don't know. Again, hit that like button, guys. Let's try to break 300 likes before Powell speaks in 30 minutes. Can we? I'm not saying you, but do it right now. Again, looking at the other market, the Q's technically red. And this is all heading into the opening bell, guys. So the Q is technically red. This is all heading into the open. All right, guys. Hey, we got this meeting going live soon. You guys ready? Yeah, I'm looking at the research by this. We're sitting tight waiting here,
Basin water.
We are waiting here. What are you looking at today for technical analysis? What's your sentiment? My sentiment is pretty neutral. If we look at the SPY, it's pretty flat today. Green day yesterday. We look at the Q, it's pretty flat today. Green day yesterday. We're looking at stuff like Tesla that had a pretty green day yesterday as well. Mixed, neutral. Most stocks are actually flat right now. We look at Apple flat, but a really good day yesterday, of course. Microchips like Nvidia have had a crazy big run. Nvidia over 460s might be worthwhile to pay attention to, right around 460s. Hey, what's up, Al? You think we have seen Tesla low for this year when it went under 200 a few weeks ago? I have no idea. I think it's possible, but I'm really not sure. Again, I'm really not sure there. Yeah, we also have AMC earnings today. Remember, we do have AMC earnings. This evening is when AMC earnings start. But we also have Disney earnings too. So we got AMC, Disney. And we got almost 700 people here. Again, slap that like button, hit the subscribe button. We got 25 minutes, team. Hawkish means lower rates. Hawkish means more rate hikes, American. So hawkish means a contractive monetary policy, meaning that we raise rates aggressively to curb inflation. We're trying to. Hawkish means, like, think about, okay, let me explain the jargon. here for you guys at home, right? So I'm gonna explain the jargon so you guys understand it. All right, it'll make sense and it'll help you understand and like remember what the stuff means. All right, because it takes a little bit of time. It's definitely a learning curve with it, but okay. So my dad's a falconer, right? I'm gonna preface everything I'm about to say with that. So what hawks do, like what hawks, and my dad hunts with falcons. Actually, I'm from Louisiana, but basically what hawks do is they dive, right? They fly up in the air where they see like a squirrel or a rabbit or whatever. They boom, right? And so what that symbolizes is when the Fed is hawkish, they are trying to push down spending. They are trying to stop spending. And the way they stop spending is by raising interest rates, raising the federal funds rate, which in turn raises interest rates to consumers through banks. And then by that, people stop spending as much. So they're trying to dive spending. They're trying to push down spending. That's what hawkish means. They're trying to discourage spending and discourage the economy to a certain extent. Discourage the labor market certainly right now. That's what hawkish means, right? That means rate hikes. What discourages spending? Rate hikes do. Okay. The reason rate hikes discourage spending is because when you raise rates, banks, it's more expensive for banks and banks struggle from it. And so they raise interest rates to consumers to compensate for it and so forth and so on. Eventually that trickles into consumers and consumers stop spending and that combats inflation. So that is what hawkish means. Dovish, on the other hand, what do doves do? Doves fly, doves go up, right? So when the Fed is dovish, it means that a less restrictive monetary policy is what it means. It means that they're less worried about combating inflation, that we're back to kind of convention, I would say, where, low unemployment is good, a robust job market is good, all the conventional good things, low unemployment, good jobs, stuff like that. But again, right now, or at least the last few years, the Fed has been very hawkish and because of inflation. Inflation's been out of control. They have to be hawkish in that regard. And again, rate hikes take about a year. There's about a year lag with rate hikes. And so it takes about a year for these things to really take effect. And specifically, banks are the ones that generally get hurt the most by them. Both, James, for sure. Yeah, y'all want to see. Look. People say I look like my dad in this picture. Let me see. One of Twitter's problems is that it doesn't let you go back. Doesn't let you go back. Here it is. All right, so yeah, here's my dad and me. They say I look like my dad. I don't know if I do, but I guess I do. What will Powell be speaking about today? We don't know. We don't know. So yeah, there's a Harris Hawk right here. I'm going with good luck. Yeah, is gold going to crash more? I don't know. Where's gold at right now? So gold currently sitting at 1970 right now. Gold's been moving up a lot, though. Like, to understand it, gold has been pushing up over the last 20 days. 20 days ago, gold was at 1800s, 1870s. Now it's at 1970. So it's up like 5% over this period of time, over the last 20 days. So gold's actually up a lot. Now it's falling down a little bit recently, but you got to understand the full move of gold, which is look, here's gold on the right side. If we put a 20-day chart up, again, gold, this is gold's chart over the last 20 days. So gold has had very large moves over the last 20 days and is only recently starting to pull back a little bit, but still very strong over the last 20-day period. So, yeah. Market's supposed to crash on Friday. Where's Ramsey at? Yeah. Yeah, my son looks more like my mom. $1,800 worth of Roblox calls. Do you think AMC earnings report would be good? I don't know. I hope so. I'm in AMC. But yeah, there's gold. Again, there's Tesla on the right. Here's the Q. All right, guys, 20 minutes. Again, will this help or hurt the market? Put up in chat right now. Will this help or hurt the market, guys? Let me know. Robinhood reported earnings yesterday. Robinhood posted an EPS loss of 9 cents. They expected a 10-cent loss. Revenue 467. They expected 478. Bad earnings report. Monthly active users decreased 16% year over year to 10.3 million. ARPU increased 27% to $80. Yeah, I mean, I've been talking about this about Robinhood for too long. It's too little, too late for Robinhood. They had a chance to be huge, absolutely huge, and a lot of people are sitting there thinking, "Oh, well, Robinhood is huge, right?" The stockbroker, Robinhood. You know, a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, they are huge. They could have been so much larger right now. Their mistake, and it's very obvious their mistake, right? I get it. They want to target the new traders. They want to have a really easy UI, like user interface. They want to make it really easy to use their platform. But if you do not support the experienced traders as well, people are going to leave your platform in droves, and they have, right? You want to know why Robinhood's down double-digit percentages this year in terms of users? It's because they do not. Now they do. They finally came out with an advanced platform, but it was what, years and years and years after they had their heyday. You know, when they were really big. It was years and years later. It was too little, too late. You know, if they would have just created, they could have been TradingView. You know, if they would have just created a place for experienced traders, you could have two different interfaces. You could have one for new traders, super simple. And then you could have one for experienced traders with VWAP, with candlestick charts, with all that good stuff on it. And they dropped the ball. They did it. It's too little, too late now. And now Robinhood's a sub $10 a share stock. You know what I mean? And it's not a surprise. I've been saying this since before they came out with their advanced platform. I told people the exact same thing. I said, look, Robinhood needs, like, again, because new traders might use them for a small period of time. But once they learn how to trade, they're not going to keep using them if all you have is like the most basic chart out there. They're just not going to keep using them. They need more. Like, short-term traders need more than that. And that's where they dropped the ball. And now they are where they are. Here's the SPY. Still green on the day up to 437. So we'll see if they actually hold. Yeah, the AMC GameStop disasters, you know, hurt them as well for sure. Yeah, so the AMC GameStop disaster certainly hurt them too. Yeah, my dad used to have a Kestrel too. Kestrels are actually really hard to raise, right? So Kestrels are actually really hard to raise, really hard to feed, really stubborn hawks. Like, you might not think about it because, like, they're little bitty birds, right? But when you hunting with them is incredibly fun. Like, you basically drive around. That's what most hunters with them do, Jamie, is that you drive around. Like, I used to do that with my dad and his friend, hunting Kestrels, where you basically drive around in the car and you have it on, and most of the time in like parking lots is where you do it. And you have the bird on your hand and the windows down. And when the bird sees something, you know, you could be kind of like slow rolling. When the bird sees something, it kind of flies out the window, catches it, and then, you know, eats. And so, yeah, Kestrels are fun. They're really cool. You can hold them without a glove too, like a red tail hawk or a Harris hawk is mostly what my dad falcons with. You know, you have to have a glove with those. Those are big birds. They look like eagles. But Kestrels are cool. You don't need a glove on them or anything like that. They can just kind of sit and chill on your hand without a glove. But again, they're hard to raise. AMD and NVIDIA, man. NVIDIA is kind of bringing the market back. Like, don't get it twisted, guys. NVIDIA is one of the reasons the market is doing as well as it is. NVIDIA is what dragged the market up this year, you know, from AI crazy hype. And then NVIDIA is what tanked the market over the last 2 months. And then NVIDIA is what just brought it back. You know, NVIDIA has basically been bouncing back for a week. It was at 392. Or no, wait. Let me make sure this is right. Yeah, NVIDIA, guys, if you look at an hourly chart, a 20-day chart, NVIDIA was at 390s a week ago on Wednesday. 390s a week ago on Wednesday. Now it is at 460s. It has gone up such a huge percentage. It's gone up like $70 a share. You know, so it has gone up almost 20%. Almost 20%. Maybe more than 20%, actually. No, not quite. It's gone up almost 20%. Make sure my math is right. Can anyone help me? Which events move Forex the most? CPI, FOMC meetings, CPI. Yeah, FOMC meetings, CPI are probably the two big ones. You also have PCE, the Personal Consumption Expenditure Index. We stream all of them, so just watch my streams. We'll tell you which ones. But CPI, PPI, FOMC meetings, maybe retail sales to a certain extent, but it's mostly going to be CPI, PPI, Powell press conferences and meetings, as well as like the Personal Consumption Expenditure Index. Those are going to be the big boys that move the market the most. Then again, next week we have CPI, we have PPI dropping. So yeah, you're probably actually right, Yair, that the run up is from AMD. AMD, another trending stock. AMD had a great earnings report. We streamed it live, and that basically helped save the market too. You know, AMD up over 20%, to be honest, or over 25%, over 25% AMD increase. So you're probably right. Yeah, non-farm payrolls, unemployment, maybe. Yeah, I mean, that's what most people do. So Prey says I started with Hood and then I switched to real brokerages like E-Trade, Schwab, and Ameritrade. 100%. That's what most people do, is they start off with Robinhood and then they pivot to a better brokerage. And that's my point. If Robinhood could find a way to help that bounce rate, because I know I did it as well. You start off with Robinhood, you use it, and then once you get comfortable trading, you gravitate to like a better broker, right? That's what everybody does. But in that regard, that's the problem with Robinhood, because eventually you're not going to be pulling in new investors anymore. They're going to run out. You know, you're going to hit a point in your growth where everybody's already tried your app, right? And so if you don't find a way to retain those users, you're going to fail. And that's what we see now with Robinhood, is that they finally did over the last 6 months, finally open up an advanced trading platform. But again, it's just too little too late. Like, it could have been so much more. They just didn't find, because of that, I distrust the broker, the CEO. You know, I distrust the CEO. The executives in the company were worried too much about making money that they didn't evolve. You know, and that's going to destroy your business. All right, guys. Hey, we got a little bit over 10 minutes left. A little bit over 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm definitely not a beginner. I've been trading for 8 years, 7 years. It's just we're helping traders is while we keep that name. Silver's never going to cost more than gold, Brock. That's just not going to happen, brother. You know, the argument we were hearing is Palladium this morning. Hey, thank you, Ian. Stock market is going to crash Friday. Nah, no, it's not. All right, looking at our Twitter poll, we got Powell, Big Papa, speaking soon here, guys. Big Papa speaking soon. So far on Twitter, we got 56% are bullish, 44% are bearish. So I'm looking at this post by Benzinga that says crack should be available at 7-Eleven. This cold email that landed a college student a VC job in psychedelics. My name is Mac Lubia, senior studying economics at Boston University. I came across your fund on the Angel List, and I'm a huge fan of what you were doing. I was curious about your probe interest in potentially taking on an intern to assist in the aspects of investment analysis and fund management. I'm exceptionally interested in entrepreneurship and VC, particularly in psychedelic space, and I believe that interning at a fund specializing in that space would be an undoubtedly valuable experience. I have previous experience in wealth management and VC, but more importantly, I have deep technical understanding of psychedelics with ranges from pharmacologically to regulation. If you're all interested, I've attached my resume. I think psychedelic studies show promise, you know, specifically more than like again, like the way you have to look at it, I think, in my opinion, right, is like what's healthy to consumers or what's healthy to humans is what our ancient hunter-gatherer ancestors had access to. If you look at everything that's good for humans and everything that's bad for humans, to a certain extent, there's always outliers. But if you look at that, it's pretty consistent in terms of like what's healthy for us: blueberries, strawberries, like things that our hunter-gatherer ancestors walked around and were able to pick off the ground and eat, right? Because they're the least foreign things to our bodies. They cause the least amount. They reduce inflammation, and inflammation is the root cause of cancer and acne and all these bad things, right? And if you look at what's bad for humans, what causes inflammation, what causes cancer and acne and all these different things, processed sugar. Like, we didn't have access to processed sugar. We only had natural sugar, white flour to a certain extent, because we weren't able to, make white flour like that. We didn't have it like that. It wasn't available to us. And so thinking about things in that aspect of it, I'm sure our hunter-gatherer ancestors picked those things and consumed them, and again, studies have shown that they reduce inflammation to a certain extent, just like cannabis does. And what does that tell us is that our hunter-gatherer ancestors walked around and most likely consumed those to a certain extent. But again, it's certainly arguable. I'm not saying I agree or disagree with any of that stuff. I think the science is interesting to look at. Anyways, Marcus, rip it up right now. We got 9 minutes left. 9 minutes left. A little bit less than that, actually. But about 9 minutes left. About 8 minutes, actually, but still. Tesla, rip it up. SPY, move it up. All right, team. Hey, we got 7.5 minutes left. Gold down a little bit today. We'll see if Powell's speech helps this. We got 900 people here live. Be ready, guys. Speech starts soon. Again, we're to stream the full thing live right here. 630 people are going to be broke when the dollar crashes. Oh, you must be looking at the poll numbers. Oh. Yeah, I mean, we got over 915 people here right now if you're referencing the viewers. Should I wait until after the speech? I would just be careful. I'm not sure if what he says is even going to move the market. Like, again, I really don't know. I don't know what he's going to say. Nobody does. He might talk about stuff completely unrelated to the market. And so you want to go into this with that understanding that he might talk about something completely left field outside of anything financial related, but he might talk about the economy. He might talk about things too. And then regardless, we're going to stream and trade live at the opening bell as well. So it'll still be all good. Yeah, GTA 6 trailer in December. American trade futures, bro. The futures market has no PDT rule. You can day trade some currencies as well. You can day trade the S&P, the NASDAQ, gold. Patterns are very similar to blue chip stocks. Just no PDT restrictions, less red tape in futures. You don't have to use VPNs and do all this crazy stuff. And there's also these funded account programs that are allowed, like topstep, which give you a demo, test your skill, challenge you. If you can pass the challenge, they fund you. If you don't pass the challenge, you're going to lose less than putting up the money up yourself, most of the time at least. Not always, and they pay out millions, fund thousands a year. If you want to check them out, here's the link. They are a sponsor of mine. I'm definitely biased in their favor, and I always try to remain pretty transparent about that. But if you want to help support your boy here, check out the link. It's right here. Again, we got 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes, about 5.5 minutes, but still. Technical analysis wise, I got 2 setups. Yeah, just be careful with anything that happens here, Well, because futures, you're not technically trading stocks, you're trading index funds like the S&P or the NASDAQ, right? And so the futures market was originally created for farmers to lock in their rates. Like, farmers would grow corn, as an example, right? And by the time it came to yield those crops, corn prices had fluctuated so much that they weren't actually profitable. The farmers weren't able to be profitable because prices fluctuated. So what they started doing was selling contracts that they called futures contracts, locking in the price of specific yields to speculative investors, right? And they dubbed them futures. And then over time, futures evolved to where you could trade the S&P, the NASDAQ, all these different things without the PDT rule. And it's all regulated, but that's what futures are. Anyways, we got 5 minutes, team. 5 minutes. SPY up to 437.40s. Again, we've had like 12 consecutive green days in a row. in markets. That's the biggest winning streak we've had in markets since the last 2 years. So, all right, I'm also gonna hit this. I'm also gonna put this in sub only mode, team. So if you haven't already, listen. I'm not going to say I'll hate you forever if you don't subscribe, but I definitely will. Subscribe now, guys. We got 4 minutes left. We cover all these major economic reports: CPI, PPI, jobless claims, retail sales, Jerome Powell, FOMC meetings, all the big earnings reports. And we're going to cover all the ones this evening and stream the earnings call. And so, again, if you haven't already, subscribe. You know you want to. When is AMC's earnings call anyway? At 5. Okay, gotcha. S&P up, Q up, Tesla up. I'm going to put the Q and S&P up right here. We got about 1,100 people. Again, get ready. All right, we are ready here, waiting patiently, team. All right, let's do this, guys. All right. We got the Q and the SPY up on the right side here. Q and the SPY up on the right side. I'm going to stack them on top of each other. And then I could probably fit one more underneath it. Make sure we're live here. Yeah, we're live. Oh, let me switch my headphones out. Man, I almost forgot. Just a second. Let me know if you can hear the music. I just sound check. Can you hear the music right now? Can you hear the music right now? I'm also going to put up what other chart should I throw up on here? I can put up gold. I'll probably put up gold. I could also put the Dixie if you guys want. We got the Q, the SPY. We got 2 minutes left. My timer's a little bit off, but that's okay. Yeah, this timer's a little bit off, so I'm just going to end this right now. Here's the gold chart. We'll keep this up on the bottom. You might not be able to see all of it, but let's throw that thing up right here. Or should we vice versa? Sorry, see, I was searching. There we go. We'll put this down here. Put this right here. There we go. That's pretty clean, huh? Wait, let me fix this a little bit. Is that better? Yeah, that should be clean right there. Definitely wasn't my search results. All right, guys. Hey, we got 1,200 people here live. Be ready, guys. We got less than a minute. Okay, can you hear the music though? Sound is on? Okay, good. All right, so yeah, music is off. Again, this is starting pretty soon. All right, so they got terrible hold music, so I'm going to mute this. Make sure this volume is up all the way. And yeah, let's get ready. Yeah, but you could trade currencies and futures to a certain extent, American. All right, here we go. Should be live now. Again, make sure y'all hit the live button next to the play button. Make sure you hit the live button next to the play button. Make sure you hit the live button. Make sure you're fully caught up on stream. You want to make sure your live button is red. All right, you want to make sure your live button is red. All right, so they're still not live yet. Still waiting here. Make sure we got closed captioning there. Okay, cool. You want to make sure your live button looks like that. You see how it's red? On my stream. That means you're caught up. All right, still waiting for them to start. They're just not live yet. Yeah, we're waiting for them to start. They're just not. They're a little bit late, and that's okay. Again, you can kind of see we're fully live on the stream, so they're just a little bit late starting the stream up. Still waiting. And again, I don't even know if he's going to say anything supermarket related here, so just bear with me. Pun intended, I guess. Bearable right now. Listen in chat right now. Bearable. $1,800 viewers. 1,800 is pretty standard for Powell. You know, most of the time we get like, if it's the FOMC meeting, we'll get like 3,000-4,000 here. Spy rip it up right now though. Q pushing up to at 373s. We started listening to really bad hold music, so we're waiting here, guys. Bear bull. We got bull, 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 bear, per, whatever that means. Bear, per, bull, bull has to be bear, bear, bear. All right, pal. Listen, the opening bell's in 13 minutes, bro. Start speaking, man. I mean, I don't mind him starting late. It just means like more viewers are going to tune in. Like right now, we got 2,000, 2,100 people here. So I really don't mind him starting late because it means more viewers are going to stack in here waiting for the thing to start. And again, you can kind of see we are completely live right now. You can see the live button is red. So we are completely live. They are just late. Let me know in chat right now. Are the Saints going to win the Super Bowl this year? We're top of the division, guys. I'm not saying we're going to win, but we're top of the division. We got a 5-4 record, but we're still top of the division. Don't hate. All right, guys. Hey, Powell is late. Again, I don't mind him being late. It's okay. Yeah, Powell speaks again tomorrow. Let me check the Fed page too. All right. Well, at least it's not just me here because I'm looking at their other page. Yeah, they're still pretty late. All right, guys. All right, there we go. We are about to be live. Let's see. Still got bad hold music playing, but that's okay. Looks like we are about to start this up. Again, I'm going to unmute it as soon as they start speaking, which right now they still got bad hold music playing. Again, hit the like button, guys. Hit the notification bell. Thanks so much. All right, here we go.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to see so many faces that I know. We have current staff and alumni, people watching virtually, and this has been a great turnout, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the day. So if you're just arriving today, you actually missed a lot because we have been here already celebrating for a couple of days. On Monday, we had a fantastic presentation by Jaime Marquez talking about the division's history. And that was followed by a great discussion that was kicked off by Beth Kaiser. And then yesterday, we hosted the world premiere of Janice Shack Marquez's video interviewing past and present staff, which was very entertaining and included some embarrassing before and after photos. And so, you know, we've been having a great time. A highlight of the week so far for me is to hear all the funny stories that people are recounting. And I have to say, one of the biggest shocks for me was that Bill Washer has some funny stories that I've never heard. I've worked with Bill for 26 years, and I eat lunch with him almost every day. And apparently he's been holding out on me. So as much fun as Monday and Tuesday were, I'm really excited about today's conference. We have 2 terrific papers. We have 2 panel sessions and a number of illustrious speakers. So I think it should be really good. Now, my main job here this morning is to introduce Chair Powell. So you're all already familiar with his many accomplishments, his superlative communication, and if you know him at all, his clever wit. But I actually want to call out how great it is to work for Jay. He is quick and genuine with his praise of the work that we do, and he's not shy about telling us if we've missed the mark, which is very important in a boss. But what truly endears him to the staff of R&S is that he really, really loves the nerdy details of the economy. He could be one of us. And so that's why we invited him to kick off our event today, even though if you look at the agenda, you will see he's the only one on the agenda who was never a member of R&S. But we made an exception and invited you to speak this morning, Jay. So without any more, I would like to welcome Chair Powell.
The man. Let's see if he talks about the economy. He might not talk about the economy. We'll see.
Thank you very much, Stacy, for your kind words and for the chance to be part of this wonderful celebration. Welcome to those who are here and also those listening remotely. It's great to be here honoring the Division of Research and Statistics today to celebrate the division's centennial. It's also humbling to see so many Fed people who served the institution over long and distinguished careers and have returned for this great occasion. Seeing some of you reminds me that the Fed is one of those places where you can work for a decade or so and still feel like a newbie. You know who you are. So for those listening outside the room, I'll just very briefly outline research and statistics jobs responsibilities. A large part of the division, along with other divisions of the Board of Governors, engage in producing what is called the Teal Book, which contains the staff's forecast for the U.S. economy, as well as a great deal of data and analysis on financial and economic issues. The Teal Book is delivered to the Federal Open Market Committee, or FOMC, before our regular meetings. Outside of the FOMC meeting cycle, R&S deploys its experts wherever they're needed across the Board of Governors, providing crucial inputs to work on financial stability, bank merger analysis, and many other topics. R&S is also an ongoing source of specialized information for policymakers. If board members have questions about even the most arcane workings of some aspect of the economy, and trust me, we very often do have questions, they can send an email and in no time be sitting down with some of the best informed experts on that subject. Much of the time, these are R&S economists. For example, during the pandemic, when questions arose about how the computer chip shortage was affecting auto production or how businesses were responding to the backlog at US ports, R&S gave detailed briefings on these novel subjects. Among its other activities, the Board of Governors is one of the world's most productive economic research institutions, and a large share of that work takes place inside R&S, supporting our mission of promoting a healthy economy and a strong and stable financial system. I've talked about research, let's talk about statistics. In addition to gathering data from many sources outside of the Federal Reserve, R&S is itself the source of some of the most important data on the economy and on the financial system. Our consumer credit data provide financial markets and the public with a vital indicator of the strength of household spending and balance sheets. Each month, the Industrial Production Report gives us insights into how well certain sectors of the economy, especially in the manufacturing realm, are operating. R&S is also responsible for the financial accounts of the United States, a quarterly compendium of assets, liabilities, and transactions for segments of the economy. And every 3 years, R&S produces the well-known Survey of Consumer Finances, a premier source of detail and insights about how households are faring in the economy. The latest survey was published just last month. These and other data series produced by R&S amount to a significant public service. So I want to now focus in a little more detail on the U.S. economic forecast, which I would say is perhaps the most important of RNS's roles. And it's the aspect of RNS's work with which I most frequently engage. I think it's not an exaggeration to say that the U.S. economy baseline forecast produced by RNS, along with the simulations of a half a dozen plausible alternative paths for the economy, constitute the largest part of the essential bedrock that enables our pursuit of our dual mandate goals. Now, some people are just attracted to extremely challenging tasks, and the people of RNS are manifestly those people, having chosen just such a task in forecasting the path of the U.S. economy 8 times a year for FOMC meetings and then regular updates between meetings. They do this work on the biggest stage and with the highest stakes of any forecasters, knowing that the economy so very often surprises us. I've observed several qualities that are required to do this work well and that our RNS colleagues exemplify. And I'll start with intense commitment to the work, which requires pretty much, as I see it, everything you have to give. I think you have to love this work of forecasting to do it well. The job also requires integrity. Policymakers count on RNS to give us their best thinking, not shading the results for any reason. Regular forecasting also demands a systematic approach and a high degree of intellectual rigor. Ask Stacy and her colleagues to explain a certain aspect of the forecast. You'll find they have a clear explanation grounded in a rigorous framework. Of course, that intellectual rigor has to be combined with flexibility and agility. Economic models do a reasonably good job of capturing the working of the economy over past decades. Of course, even with state-of-the-art models and even in relatively calm times, the economy frequently surprises us. But our economy is flexible and dynamic and is subject at times to unpredictable shocks, like a global financial crisis or a pandemic. At those times, forecasters have to think outside of the models. A dominant aspect of the future path of the economy is high uncertainty. And so, this work also takes large doses of both courage and humility. And finally, judgment. To complement this rigorous process and these qualities, there has to be good judgment based on knowledge and experience. So, to wrap up, perhaps the most important legacy of the past century for the Division of Research and Statistics is the resilience, the creativity, the energy, the rigor, and the commitment with which RNS has risen to the many challenges that it has faced and that this nation has faced in that long span of history. So, on behalf of the board and the FOMC, thank you for that and hearty congratulations on your first 100 years of service to the public. Thank you.
All right, guys. So, yeah, it doesn't look like he's saying much about the economy. Remember, Powell speaks again tomorrow. We got the opening bell, and it looks like he wanted to spend. He was supposed to speak for 15 minutes, but it looks like he wanted to cut it before the opening bell. The opening bell is in less than a minute. Stick around. We are going to be day trading some futures today at the opening bell. And so, again, stick around, guys. We are going to be day trading today at the opening bell. Let me know if you guys think tomorrow's is going to be bullish or bearish. I think Powell probably is going to speak more about the economy tomorrow is my guess. And again, we'll see how that goes. Again, stick around. We are going to be trading futures. And remember, in the futures market, there's no PDT rule. You can day trade short in futures, no PDT restriction. It's one of the reasons most pro day traders actually trade futures because there's no PDT rule. There's better liquidity, all that good stuff in futures. And there's, essentially no PDT rule there. And so again, stick around. I think yesterday I forgot to switch to my main futures account, and that's all good. And so we switch to it now. And again, we're going to get ready to trade some futures. There's the opening bell right now. And again, in the futures market, there's no PDT rule. Wait, let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of the DOM. All right. And there we go. And they also have, and so, yeah, we got top step chart up here. There's the opening bell right now. The guys in the queue has ripped up. So look at the queue move. Look at the SPY move down. So the SPY is moving down. Maybe not rip. Rip's a little bit dramatic, I would say. Let me see if I can click this. No. All So there's a 5-minute chart in futures. A little bit of a pullback down. And again, if you want to day trade futures, there's no PDT rule. You can day trade short, buy market, buy bid, sell the ash, just like stocks, but there's no PDT restrictions in futures. And the patterns are very similar to large cap stocks. Topstep is the most legit funded program. And so what they do is they give you a demo, they test your skill. If you can hit the target on the demo without hitting the max loss, pass their challenge, they fund you between 50 to 150K. A great way to learn day trading with less risk. If you lose, you're only out $49 for the base one. If you're good enough to pass it, you get 50K in funding, 90% split. You make 10K once you're funded. You keep 9 of that, free funding, coaches, all that good stuff. If you want to check it out, great way to help support your boy here. Appreciate everybody showing up, even if we didn't speak too much about the economy. And again, so I'm going to put a 1-minute chart up, because you can kind of see the NASDAQ's very volatile. Again, my system with day trading futures is very simple, especially on these combines. I try to build up a cushion. If I can build up a cushion of a couple $100, then I scale my size. I take more than one contract if I need to. All right, so we are starting to see some red action here. Again, we've had 12 winning days in a row, I think. I think it's 12 green days in a row. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's around that. You can see the Q, which is the NASDAQ. So if you don't know futures, the Q is basically the NQ, which is right here. So I could basically day trade the Q in futures, no PDT rule. You can check out the link in the description as well. Tesla. Yeah, we can look at Tesla to see what they're doing. There's the SPY on the bottom. SPY actually moving up as the Qs moves down. Remember, the Q's a little bit more tech-based, right? So there's more tech stocks in the QQQ, or in the NASDAQ, I should say, versus the S&P. But again, a lot of big up wicks and down wicks. I'm waiting here. I don't want to take too crazy of positions right now. And again, we are starting to see a pop up here. We break the top of this range on the Q. We might buy a little bit. Put this up so you can see my trades a little bit better too. I'll put trades. All right, big pop up. A big retracement back down. I don't trust this right now. All right, I'll buy this now, but it's super risky, very volatile. Flat right now. Let's see if we get a little bit higher. I'm pushing for a breakout here if we can get it. There we go. Popped up a little bit. Let's see if we hold up here. Oh, we lost. All right. Still moving up. A little bit of lagging. Let's try a 3-minute chart. See if that looks a little bit better. Yeah, pretty close to the opening bell here, team. So gold, I could trade gold on topstep as well. And so again, if I want to put gold up, look, I can go to gold right here and day trade gold. Gold is down today. So gold is at 1967s currently, looking weak. I don't have too much experience trading gold, but I think I can double this too if I want to trade multiple. NASDAQ. Again, the Q flying up still. Should have stayed in that long position, I think. Look at the Q moving up. Again, Tesla looking weak, though. Tesla under the previous closing price, technically green on the day. Yeah, I got to take it slow and small at the open for sure. Let me get the music up. Where's my music at? All right, so we're going to get some music playing too. Get another one of my sponsors, and I want to plug them while we still got so many people here. One of my other sponsors is a company called Chart. What it does is stocks, crypto, Forex futures. It's really, really nice. Like I always challenge people to back test some of this stuff yourself. You'll kind of see how useful this can be. All right. Yeah, look at the S&P rip. Huge surge. I'm going to go back to the NASDAQ here. Big green action. I need a pullback, though. This is too big of green action here. But no, check out Chart Prime. It's a trading view indicator service, so you can use the stocks, crypto, Forex futures. Like you can see it right here. Look at how accurate these reversal signals are. Like again, like look at how accurate these are. Reversal up, bounce, reversal down, drop, reversal down, drop, reversal down way back here. You can see a nice drop. Reversal down here, drop, reversal up. You got a little bounce. Again, I find the big edge. I look like John Mad right now. I find the big edge is when you get when you get an engulfing candle right on top of the reversal signal within like 3 to 4 or 5 minute candles. So within 20 minutes of each other, you get them right on top of each other. Beautiful power bounce. Again, I can't guarantee it's going to happen every time, but if you go back and actually test it, it can be really powerful. Like again, you can keep going back and looking at it. Look, reversal down drop, reversal up bounce. Again, I challenge you to just back test this. Look, reversal down drop. You can see how accurate it is. It also shows you candlestick indicators. Engulfing candles can be powerful too. And this is just a small piece. If I put up like the regular Market Oracle or the Market Oracle Pro, which is a little bit short term, I could put up chart patterns as well. And you zoom out and you get like buy and sell signals. And again, you can use these on stocks, crypto, forex futures. Like look at the pattern it just showed. And this is the S&P 500. I use these a lot with the funded account programs I use as well. But again, like look. Strong bounce, sell, buy, like these can be really, really accurate too. I challenge you to back test it. If you use my link, it's like $50 a month. Great way to help support your boy here on this channel. Again, if you want to check it out, here's that link. And again, I plug my sponsors now because I haven't plugged any for the last 4 hours, basically, of the stream, 3 hours. And so I'm plugging them now just so I can get it out the way. But if you want to check them out, again, Chart Prime's really dope, man. I love using it. You can see the link right there in chat. And again, today we also have Amazon. Big pullback at the open. Part of me wants to buy it, but it's a little bit too large of a pullback for me here. You know, especially when we have like Tesla falling down. You can see Tesla starting to dip. Powell already spoke. So yeah, Powell just spoke. He finished speaking like 5 minutes ago. Got to pull back right to the volume weighted average price here. So right to the VWAP. All right, so we did get a bounce right at the VWAP right there. Maybe I should have called it. You can see the volume weighted average price is this purple line on the Q. You can look at the NASDAQ and just trade that. All right, so we did get a nice little pop. Yeah, so I'm still day trading the NASDAQ. So we did get a pop up on the Q. Big bounce right at the volume weighted average price. See, this is why I watch the VWAP. Look at this. We got a lot of good videos on the VWAP too if you haven't checked them out. Help me hit 120,000 subs. We're pushing towards it now. All right, so we're going to start to unload a little bit more trades. Starting to go green on the day. Tesla actually down trending. And so you can see that's why the NASDAQ's a little bit weaker. But again, NVIDIA is starting to shoot up. NVIDIA is what's really dragging the market up. And we put NVIDIA on the bottom right here. You can kind of see, like, let me make this a little bit larger. Like you can see NVIDIA right here on this chart. You can see NVIDIA starting to pop up too. All right, so still in a very sideways range, guys. Again, my hands are going to be off for now. I'm gonna buy this dip again, see if we buy a bounce again, but I think there's also risks. It depends on what Nvidia is gonna do, right? So actually, I'm gonna chill and wait. If we get like a down wick, I might attack it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna buy this. It's starting to go green. Yeah, I gotta just avoid trading at the open. There's a little bit too much volatility there. All right, we're up 50, 40, 50, 60. All right, so we just made about 60 bucks. Just got green on this one. Very quick scalp. Again, watching Nvidia though, Nvidia is what's influencing the market. Again, the reason I always say like futures trade a lot like stocks is that okay? So here's the look at the chart right here on the Nasdaq, which is what I'm day trading in futures with no PDT rule. Like look at the chart here, and then look at the Nvidia chart today. Right? Like let me zoom in on the Nvidia chart. Like look how similar they look today. Like look. Let me get the chart over here so you can actually see it. Like look. It's literally the same thing. So if you want to see how much blue chips move, like look at this and then look at this, you know, and you can day trade this one right here, no PDT rule. And that's how you get exposure to day trading stocks. And again, if you want to try out futures, no, I'm not telling you to buy anything. When I say sell gold, I'm not, don't copy anybody here and don't listen to them. Again, none of this, especially nobody in the chat. UNG, oil, yeah. All right, Nvidia rip it over high, so I think this might bounce too. Like, let's watch for a Nasdaq pop now. I'm gonna get ready to buy this if Nvidia continues to push. Nvidia's right at the top of the range again, looks strong. I just don't want to get a rejection at the highs. But if we start to really run, yeah, there's a retracement. I gotta wait. Nvidia trying to move up. Little dip now. Pull back. I'm going to try again another dip buy. We got a little small cushion on the day that we could probably work with. Can I move this out of the way? There we go. Oh no, get that out of the way. All right, so again, we're in a position. It's turning on me now. Again, we got to watch Nvidia pretty closely here, I think. I'm probably going to have to cut it pretty soon. I don't mind taking larger risks because this is the 150K combine, but yeah, we're going to have to cut out. So we just lost some there. We're down like 200 on the day. Market's just turning a lot. I still want to see if the VWAP will actually hold. Like, I'd love to see if the VWAP holds on Nvidia. If it does, I think we might actually press back up. This might be a fake out. But, you know, the 150K combine, I'm not super used to trading them. You know, they just gave me early access to it because of Topstep X, which is their platform. So I'm kind of trying it out. But if Nvidia starts to dump under the VWAP, we might like really turn here. Let me see. See, look at the Qs. So the Nasdaq dipping. It's not quite following Nvidia yet. Hey, thanks, Corbin. Red tie. Yeah, Powell already spoke. He didn't say much. Wore red tie. Yeah, that's basically, you know, breaking down. Again, we're so flat right now. We lost a little bit since the open, and I kind of just have to take my foot off the gas right now. Yeah, we're down like 2 something. If we start to break down, I'll move to a short strategy. And I think with the 150K combine, I gotta have like maybe a $500 or $600 daily max loss on this one. Nvidia bouncing right at the VWAP too. But again, the problem is that We're still sideways neutral. Again, I think we've had up to this, we've had 12 green days in a row. Let me look at the actual statistic. It's something like that, something crazy like that, where we've had like so many green days in a row. Can anybody pull the real stats on this? This is Topstep X. So this is their new platform that I'm playing with right now. I also mostly, like my other accounts, like my funded accounts are on Quant Tower. I'm just playing with Topstep X right now. Market's very sideways and neutral right now, though, unfortunately. Being said 0.38%. How many green days have we had in a row? 8 green days on the NASDAQ. What about the S&P? Let me look. Let me check. So if we pull up the S&P right here, it's actually really easy to check. Nvidia still bouncing. Look at Nvidia bounce. Look at the Q bounce. So again, we're in a bullish sideways pattern. So like we're slightly bullish. We're definitely green on the day, but here's a daily chart. So the SPY has had, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 would be green. It would be almost 8 green days. The NASDAQ. What about the Dow? The Dow has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's lesser successful. The NASDAQ has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green days. So 8 green days in a row. I think that's the longest streak in 2 years. Nvidia just broke highs again, guys, though. So Nvidia just broke highs and then it retraced completely back down. It's still a very risky bet right now, in my opinion, to do any specific direction, unless you're only attacking the range. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and buy a little bit here. Again, we will pivot to the S&P if we need to. Watch NVIDIA right now. NVIDIA is what's moving the market, but it's still such a sideways range. I think the candlesticks are lagging a little bit too. All right, so the Q's almost back up. I'm trying to be patient with this, but it's just moving so far. All right, there's 35, 40, 50, 60. It's a big candle, but it's not really refreshing. There we go. There we go. All right, so we just made a little bit. I think I probably got out at the wrong time, but that's all right. We might buy right back. NVIDIA just turned really fast, and so I think I have to be careful here too. Look at NVIDIA. Let me make this so you guys can actually see it. SPY just ripped up. I bought this dip down here. All right, so we just scalped that, made another 50. So $70. We made a little bit more. Yeah, watching NVIDIA. And again, this is futures trading, guys. So if you don't know about futures trading, look at the SPY rip. You can check out my video here. Again, if you want to check out Topstep, link is in the description. You can also find the link right there. I'm just going to pin it to the top of the page so you guys can see it. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to pin this to the top of the page so you guys, so I don't have to keep posting the link because people asked about it, but I'll pin this to the top. Again, NVIDIA looking strong. I'm kind of using NVIDIA right now to gauge what the NQ is doing, but the NQ moves so quickly, it's hard to time it right. All right, so I'm going to buy this here. All right, so again, we're long again. So the problem is it's not refreshing my P&L. There we go. Okay, yeah, there we go. So we just made another $90. So we basically made our money back. We're pretty close to flat in this account on the day. You think gold will go down or not? I don't know. Gold's up so much over the last 20 days. I think it can really do anything. It's still very green over the last 20 days. And so I'm not sure what gold's going to do short term. A lot of consolidation, yeah. Yeah, very neutral looking chart. The other thing though is that NVIDIA. So like if I put NVIDIA up on the bottom right here, you can see NVIDIA just flying up right now. It's at 465s currently. So NVIDIA just making some runs. That's ultimately what's dragging the NASDAQ up. That's why I've been buying. That's why I've been mostly long on the NASDAQ, even though it kind of punished me a little bit. 140, 160. 220. So yeah, we're down like $70 on the day or so. We're pretty much flat, but NVIDIA is starting to run. And again, I think this is dragging the NASDAQ up. The problem is that NVIDIA is up so much. If it starts to pull back and the NASDAQ hasn't quite followed it up yet, the NASDAQ could dip. It's the only reason I'm kind of sitting here waiting. I'm also watching the Q and what it's doing relative to the VWAP, which is down here. You can see it. Hey, thank you, TK. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Again, if you want to check out Topstep, again, I pinned the link to the top of the page for anybody that wants to try futures trading. Yeah, gold. What do you guys think gold is going to do? I can ask the chat. What do you guys think gold is going to do? Should I try trading gold? Let me try. Gold's got a really obvious downtrend right now. Sometimes obvious is not best in markets. I'm going to go ahead and short gold right now. So I'm short gold in futures, in the futures market, day trading gold short. Not really super familiar with it, but I might add another contract to this as well and try to take a larger size contract here if we can. You know, we're testing that low of the day and we bounced up a little bit from it. So I think we could still flush down and break that. All right, so there we go. We're green and gold up $30, $40. Close to flat on a quick little retracement. Retesting 30. All right, so we just got out, made 30, 40 bucks real quick. Very flat on the day now. Bad risk reward levels for sure though. And again, if we get another pop up, maybe we'll short it. Look at the Q start to rip here, team. So the Q starting to rip. Should I start day trading gold more? What do you guys think? I kind of like how slow it moves relative to the NASDAQ. It makes easier trend trades. Steven Seagal wrist locks, bro. Honestly, dude, Aikido, the most nonsense martial arts in the world. I'm like a broken record with this. Anything that reminds me of it, I have to say it. I just can't help it. My bread and butter is gold. Stick with the Q. Boomers love gold. Well, I mean, I love gold too. Gold is 7x'd over the last 25 years, bro. 7x. Q just broke highs. But like, again, people shame the older population for investing in gold, right? But gold is one of the best long-term investments you see, right? Like gold right now, gold has 7x over the last 25 years. When you compare that to the S&P 500, which is like 3.5x, gold has outperformed the S&P 500 over the last 25 years. Hold on. Hello? Hi. Yeah, I texted you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, I'll take one. But look, I'm streaming right now, okay? All right. How did Jack do? Yeah. He just needs to be laid back. Like telling people like laid back. Like, you know, if you're too uptight, you're too stressful to be around. What time is that? Here, sorry guys, I'll be right back. Hold on, my wife's calling me. Giving me updates on Jack. Tiny says, "Hey, Carol." She said, "Hey, Tiny." Here, hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. It's my son's first day back in school, and so we're just trying to make sure he's good. But why is there no live for Powell? Powell's done. He spoke already. He was at 9:15. You know, this is 45 minutes later. Powell's already spoke. Again, y'all hit that like button, guys. We almost got 118K subs. Ooh, we need 300 subscribers, guys, to break 118,000. Come on, guys. I'm not going to pressure you to do it, but I'm definitely pressuring you to do it. Subscribe now or I'll hate you forever. Do it now. Again, the Q pull it back. NVIDIA is really what's pulling back a little bit, but not that much. So something else is dragging the Q down. Gold testing lows. NVIDIA's starting to bounce back up too. I don't know what the Q's doing. We took that one big loss on the NASDAQ. We've been fighting our way back since then. What happened to the Dixie after that? After what? Powell? Powell didn't really say much economic-wise. I might short gold a little bit more too. Dollar index tanked this morning. Again, very flat day, just not a lot of market interest. Oh, we're only down like 45 bucks today too. I think gold could break down. Yeah, I don't want to miss it. I don't usually take low of the day shorts, but I'm actually going to take this with the idea to add to it if I can. we get another pop, like bounce up, we get a bounce up to here, I'm going to add to the gold short. And if we get a breakdown here, I'll be able to capitalize on it. That way I don't have FOMO. What's Tesla doing? Tesla's down on the day originally. Still down pretty big on the day, but Tesla was up a lot because of Rivian, I think. All right, so we're green on gold. Got a little bit of room now too to let it work. Gold just cracked lows. Nvidia now pulling back too. Powell's speech only lasted for like 10 minutes. Do you offer copy trading services? No. I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I might be wildly wrong about everything. I certainly don't want to trade anybody's money. You know what I mean? I don't want to be another day trading guru. I'm not hating on the ones that are, but I just like, I'd rather just tell people I'm not an expert and be easygoing. All right, so gold, how are we not up more than this in gold? We're up 90 cents. Yeah, we should be up. Okay, we just made another $60 in gold. We are now green on the day. We fought our way back with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutively green trades. Shorting gold mostly. I might start trading gold. The patterns are nice on gold. But yeah, I don't want to be a day trading guru. Like everything we put out there is free. I don't sell a course. I don't do any of that stuff. I just kind of put out free economic and trading content live every day. And that's what's growing my channel. I make enough on the back end. I'm not doing this out the kindness of my heart though. Like I'm doing this to make money, of course, like everybody else, but I just make more money on the back end and provide free content to everybody else. I like that business model better than like selling picks or selling, a course or whatever, Drink every time I say, A year ago today, Sam Bankman-Fried posted, quote, "A competitor is trying to go after us with false rumors. FTX is fine. Assets are fine." End quote. Sam Bankman-Fried. What a guy. Yeah, I don't know if it's like a Louisiana thing. I'm from Louisiana. And so like one of the big parts of a Louisiana accent is you're gonna go to the store, like that's kind of the Cajun accent. If you hear like a Cajun person talk, that's what they say. So I don't know if that's just kind of like runoff from being Louisianian or it's like a nervous thing I say, but definitely I know I say a lot. It's it's filler word, Sam Bankman-Fried, man, the GOAT. What a guy. All right, so the Q is completely turned the other way. Tesla breaking down a little bit. Nvidia under the volume weighted average price. Hey, thank you, Abdul. All right, so how's the market doing again? All right, so we bounced it up a little bit on the Q. We're at 372.70s. But still under the previous closing price, technically red on the day in the NASDAQ today, guys. So Tesla down at 219s, under 220s again. NVIDIA starting to fight its way back up. Gold has been downtrending for a while now. That's kind of what brought us back was gold. But it's a little bit too far down for me to want to trade. We might look at the S&P 500 now and just trade this, essentially like the SPY and futures, which is the S&P 500 E-mini. Just day trade that today. Again, we're slightly green. We are up a whopping $12.50. Best trader ever. Wonder what a heat map looks like today. Let me check. Yeah, so HSBC is going to launch one of the digital asset custody service for institutions. Again, this evening we got AMC and Disney earnings. Yeah, I'm probably down on commissions. So it's all good, man. Like I said, I'd rather be flat. Speech is already out, Litz. It happened 9:15, brother. So it happened like an hour ago, like 53 minutes ago. Is the stock market, bro? Some of it is. The left side is right here. This is futures, but it's looking at the S&P 500 futures, which is the stock market. Yes. Are bouncing up a little bit on the S&P. I do want to short. I guess I'm going to short real quick. All right, so we're in the E-mini. We're up slightly here. You can see we're shorting the S&P 500 E-mini futures. Now we're down 50 bucks on a big pop up. Again, I don't trust this still, and I might add a little bit more. We're going to take a swing here. So we're in 2 contracts of the S&P. Now we're flat, slightly green. I just think we're approaching the 200 EMA. I think that's a good rejection level. So letting it work a little bit, although the Q is fighting its way back. Watching NVIDIA try to bounce too, so. My stomach's in knots right now, though. Freaking acid reflux sucks. I ate those freaking Rudy's beans, dude. If you're in Texas, you know what I mean. Those Rudy's cream corn, brisket beans, they're good, but they mess with my stomach. All right. Yeah, this is the 150K combine too. So like, even if this doesn't work out, 125 is pretty small, all things considered. I just want to see if NVIDIA breaks down. See, that's not good. I don't like that pop. Such a flat day too. It might be best for me to, yeah, we're going to cover. So we lost like 200 bucks. So yeah, it's a small day in this combine. We're down less than 300. Yeah, like I said, guys, I'm probably just going to go ahead and close it down. We'll be back later on for earnings. So Topstep X right now, there's a wait list, and I'm kind of just trying it out on a combine. My actual funded accounts are on Quant Tower. But Topstep X is dope, man. I like it. It makes it really easy because, like, a lot of the time futures can be really intimidating because the easiest way to put it is like futures can be intimidating because you have like these symbols and the symbol changes every quarter as the contract expires, as the futures roll. They call it the rollover. So every quarter you have to change your symbols that you're using to trade each thing, each underlying asset, right? And so right now it's the E-mini is ESZ3, the NASDAQ is NQZ3. The next quarter it's going to change to something else, right? And that can be really confusing and intimidating. Aside from that, it's very similar to day trading, like buy market, buy bid, sell ask, all that good stuff. Very, very similar to day trading stocks. There's just no PDT rule in futures. But what Topstep X does is it lets you switch. Like, look, I can just click S&P, Russell, NASDAQ, micro S&P. So if I want smaller size, I can trade that. Gold, I can trade the Dow, oil, whatever I want to trade. Just makes it really simple and easy. And there's a ton of other great stuff about it as well. And again, if you want to try out Topstep, they give you a demo. They test your skill. Just take it the challenge, build your skill. Just take it the challenge, build your skill. Most day traders lose money. I'm always honest. Most day traders lose. It doesn't matter whether they're on Topstep or whether they're somewhere else. Most day traders are going to lose. All right, but this is a much cheaper way to learn and have that same pressure as you're learning to day trade with just less risk a lot of the time. You lose here, you're out $49. If you're good enough to pass it, you get between 50 to 150K in funding with a 90% split. Free funding coaches, you get to keep your first 10K, all that good stuff. You can find the link in the description as well. It's pinned to the top of the page. And again, we'll be back later on today for AMC and Disney earnings. Like, I should have followed Chart Prime, to be honest. Because, like, look at how accurate Chart Prime is, dude. Like, yeah, I should have followed them for sure. Yeah, like, let me back test these to see how much these would have worked. I'm genuinely curious. So, like, here's Chart Prime, right? Sell signal worked. That's 1 out of 1. Strong signal, that one didn't work, so that's 1 and 1. Sell signal here worked. That's 2 and 1. Buy signal here, that worked. That's 3 and 1. Sell signal here, that worked. That's 4 and 1. Buy signal here, that worked. That's 5 and 1. Sell signal, that worked. That's 6 and 1. Buy signal worked. That's 7 and 1. Sell signal here worked. That's 8 and 1. Buy signal worked. That's 9 and 1. Sell signal, that's arguable whether it worked or not. I'm just going to call it didn't work. So that's 8 and 2. Strong sell signal definitely worked. That's 9 and 2. Sell signal here, that definitely worked. That's 10 and 2. Strong buy signal definitely worked. That's 11 and 2. This one probably didn't work, so that's 11 and 3. This one, we might even argue that didn't work. That's 11 and 4. This one, 11 and 5. This one definitely worked. 12 and 5. This one definitely worked. 13 and 5. This one didn't work, so 13 and 6. This one definitely worked, so 14 and 6. This one definitely works, so that's 15 out of 6. Right? So again, when you test this yourself, 15 winning trades, 6 losses. So if you want to see what that accuracy rate is like, if you look at like a percentage, yeah, if you want to see what the accuracy rate looks like, let me look at that. What was it? Was it 15 and 6? Right. So you take 15, you add 6. Was it 15 and 6? So that's 21. So 15 out of 21 percentage is 71% accuracy on this is called the Market Oracle Pro, right? That's not even checking. Again, the regular Market Oracle, if you use the regular Market Oracle, and again, you use it, I'll show you exactly the pattern that has pretty solid. Look at the flag patterns that show up too. Those flag pattern breaks look like they work really well. But again, we can check the regular Market Oracle too. So just checking the regular Market Oracle without any other additions to it, any other variables. This one worked, this one worked, this one worked, this one worked. This one, I'm going to say it worked, but it's arguable. This one worked, this one worked, this one didn't work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1. Pretty good accuracy rate. And then again, when you add, and again, I can't guarantee you're going to make money with this. Nobody can. You could use it in stocks, crypto, forex, futures. But again, when you get a bullish engulfing candle and a reversal signal right on top of each other, I love it when that happens. That's one of my favorite ones. And you can see I can set alerts. Like you can see I got alerts going off on the SPY, all that good stuff. It's called Chart Prime. Again, I use it a lot in conjunction with my Topstep account. Having both of those is like less than $150 if you go with the base combine on Topstep as well as Chart Prime. So again, check out the link in the description for that as well. I love you all. I'll see you guys later. Again, we'll be back later on. Powell didn't really say anything about markets. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Y'all be safe. Hit the subscribe button. Let me see what my subs are at right now. All right, so we need 250 little baby subs left, guys. Listen, I'm not going to say hit the subscribe button. But listen, we got 840 people here. How dare you guys not subscribe to the channel? You know, I'm just joking. I love you all. Kind of. Y'all be safe. Again, be good. I'll be back later. Again, AMC Arties, real quick before I leave. What's your predictions for AMC in Disney earnings? Let me know what your AMC prediction is, beat or miss. Let me know what your Disney earnings prediction is, beat or miss. Let me know. Green. AMC Disney earnings. Miss on both. I think everybody might have already left already, but we still got 770 people here. Gold's still breaking down here, interesting enough. Gold's still flushing. Get everybody a little bit of time to hit. Look at this. So yeah, Q down. My short would have worked. It just popped up a little bit too much. Miss. Disney will beat. Miss on both. Yeah, we'll end up seeing, guys. Again, y'all be safe. I'll see you guys later. Good luck. Yeah, so in the last 28 days, my channel has had well over 200,000 views. We've grown by well over 2,000 subs in the last 28 days. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate the love. Thanks so much, guys. When Powell already out. Powell tomorrow as well. So Powell will speak again tomorrow at 2 p.m. We're going to stream that too, so subscribe if you want to see it. Again, Powell speaks tomorrow at 2 p.m. So again, Powell speaks tomorrow, again, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Powell's speech tomorrow is going to have more to do with markets. I think it's going to be a panel with the IMF, which is the International Monetary Fund, I think, right? Let me check just to be sure. But again, we're going to stream it live. It's going to be a panel, I'm pretty sure. Calendar. All right, so yeah, Powell tomorrow is going to be a policy panel with the IMF at the 24th Jacques Polak Annual Research Conference in Washington. Yeah, so the International Monetary Fund, he's going to be on the panel. So that'll probably have more to do with the market. Hey, thanks, Fred. Thank you, Bao. Thanks, Vic. Thank you, Pray. No, so Powell's speech, Homeland, is going to be tomorrow. So today it was at 9:15, so it was like an hour and 30 minutes ago, or an hour and 2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago. But tomorrow it's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern, or 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, we're going to stream it live. Hit the sub button if you want to watch it, because again, we cover all of this stuff. So like every major one, like we cover. But again, I'll see you guys later. Y'all be good.